and welcome to Disc Golf Stream's coverage of the Turku Open 2022, fifth stop on the European Pro Tour. I'm Andrew Gum.
And I'm Victor Tågestad. We have our blue t-shirts on, and that can only mean one thing, right?
It's game day.
It is back on discgolfstream.com after 2 weeks of free time, and I'm super excited to be back here in the studio.
Yeah, great to be here. Happy to have you all along with us. The venue for this event is Aninkainen in Turku. Beautiful course, really special place. Really right in the center of Turku city. It's an old landfill site that they've put a ton of work in and built a really cool disc golf course. So it's going to be some great views and lots of great players, some really good storylines.
That's right. It's the final normal event on the European Pro Tour, the first ever European Pro Tour year, 2022. And some of the top players are missing, but that doesn't make it any less exciting, though.
In this case, it makes it almost more exciting.
That's right.
We have the top two players in the total tour standings won't be with us this week. They're heading over to the States for competing in the Disc Golf Pro Tour and the World Championships coming up. So we have a really interesting scenario playing out here.
We do. We thought that this it wouldn't be as exciting as it actually is, but we just counted on it, and I think we have at least 5 players who could end up as the winner of the European Pro Tour 2022 on the MPO side, at least. Should we talk them through?
Yeah. There's a couple of really long shots out there, so we won't go into all the details about what it might take for every individual to win. But yeah, like you said, 5 different players have a chance.
It is a little bit difficult to count because you have 5 events and only the 4 best results counts in your final point standing. So as it stands, Niklas Anttila, who is the current leader, he won't be here, and Lauri Lehtinen, who's in second place, won't be here either. And it looks like there's a pretty good chance that they will be overtaken by players in the field. The two with the most long shot chances will need an outright victory, and they'll need some help from some of the other players to not place as high as in order for them to win. Those players are Jesse Nieminen and Severi Saviniemi. If they're able to take a win, and Mikael and Joonatan Häme finish outside of the top 12, then they will be your tour points champion. Theoretically possible to get those 2 up there in the top, but maybe not super likely. But we have seen so many strange things happening here on this tour already, so I wouldn't count them out.
It's certainly a possibility.
Just mention quickly what we're seeing here. We see some Estonian Open highlights. That was our last event 2 weeks ago, and the leaders in the tour won that. So Niklas Anttila took it down. Also Hyytiäinen, leader on the FPO side.
Yep, Hyytiäinen will be your European Pro Tour champion. She's already secured herself the victory after solid performances throughout the season. And she's going to go ahead and take this week off. I think she's heading over to the World Championships as well.
She probably, she is getting ready for that US swing with the World Championships as the big highlight of her year.
Yeah, she's played so well. Here she is right here, putting this one right up on the green. That really nice hole 1. And Estonian Open was great, wasn't it? That was a lot of fun.
Super exciting battle between Hyytiäinen and Katie Tette. Both of them played really great throughout the weekend, but Katie, little bit unexpected, dropped a little bit.
Yeah, she was quite the last day there, leading the event in quite dominant fashion up till the final day and the final real 9 or 12 holes. I guess she kind of tapered off, and Haiti was able to catch her. Here she is with her drive on 1. She was looking silky smooth all weekend, wasn't she?
She was playing amazing, and I was actually quite surprised to see her just drop down a little bit there on the final day, but that it can so easily happen if you have someone like Hyytiäinen behind you.
Yeah, and when it's a lot of pressure when you start to realize how close you are to a huge title like that, and it can be hard to get your body to function the way that you want it to. It's not an uncommon sight to see, and she'll learn from it. She'll come back better, and hopefully next time she's in that position, she'll be able to come through.
Yeah, that's right. It was actually really fun to see many Estonians rise up to the challenge and really playing good there 2 weeks ago at Kurvemaa.
Yeah, they played really great. We don't have any Estonians with us for this event. I guess they just had their national championships, and quite a few of the top players are also looking to head over to the States to make a big impression at the Worlds. And so even though we have a little bit slightly diminished field from compared to what we have had for other European Pro Tour events, there's still a ton of really talented players and lots of really highly rated players. So it's going to be an exciting battle here.
Definitely. The FPO field is sadly a little bit small, but I wouldn't say that it's not exciting though, because we have 3 players there. Only 3 players, just like we had in Copenhagen, if I'm not mistaken. And
I don't recall.
Maybe we had
a few more.
4 or 5, yeah, a few more. But still, it's 3 very exciting players and 3 players who are waiting for their really big breakthrough to really call themselves world-class player. Because
yeah,
they're just there behind.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're really up-and-comers. Stars in the making, and we will have a new FPO champion this weekend. So that's exciting to see who's gonna shine through and rise to the occasion and come through with a big victory here in the moment.
Yeah, we have seen some high-level game from all of those 3 players this year. I think it might be the first time, or maybe we have seen Olivia Kindstedt already at some point. Maybe not that much as we thought. She is maybe one of these 3 players that we will see that hasn't really played her best this year. But a player like Jenni Karppinen, she has impressed us a lot.
She's shown some really impressive skills, and if she can put together a solid weekend, she's got a great chance to win.
And we can say the same thing about Silva Saarinen. We always talk about her as the highlight machine, and she is gonna impress us again. I'm sure about that.
It's gonna be great to have her on all 3 days, and I'm sure she's gonna provide a ton of great highlights as per usual. We're totally accustomed to seeing her sink huge putts and throw in from everywhere. It's really fun to watch her do her thing.
Yeah,
quite a special player.
I have a feeling it will be a really tight race between all the 3 players. I doubt that we will see any one of them like running away with it.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. Yeah. And yeah, on the MPS side, it's anybody's game, isn't it? I mean, we have a really hot scorer in the clubhouse at the moment. Riku Vink putting in some crazy good work. We're going to get to see a little bit of his round here shortly, but so we'll get back to that at that point. But here we see Lauri. He had a pretty good chance to win that event, and he kind of just faltered a little bit in the final round, and Niklas was able to take home the victory.
Yeah, Lauri had a really solid first round at the Estonian Open, and then he slowed down quite a lot on the second and especially on the third round, and you can't afford to do that on a high-level event like Estonian Open.
Yeah, exactly. But still, he finished right there near the top, and always a threat to come away with a victory. Such a talented player, and so focused and competitive. So there we saw Jesse Niemann, and here's Hjalte Jensen. He crushed this. Remember, that was a really cool shot.
Yeah, Hjalte Jensen was really impressing me. It was the first time I was really having the chance to follow him closely like this, and
me as well.
It will certainly not be the last time.
Oh, that was great. That drive, that's a huge hole, way uphill, 120 meters, and he stuck it right in the tank hole up there. And yeah, we didn't see too many people get that close on that one. So definitely a young gun with a ton of talent, and somebody I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of in the future. There was Lauri with another clutch putt, and here he was teeing off on hole 1.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything from Lauri after this event. At least I haven't, but I really don't think that he is satisfied with the way he finished that weekend, the way he played the first day, and yeah, we thought he would be able to run away with it already.
Yeah, he was looking like
yeah,
he was in that form to really just take it away, and I'm sure he's a little bit disappointed. But he showed really good sportsmanship, in the moment. He wasn't visibly frustrated, and he was very congratulatory towards Niklas. And great to see that kind of camaraderie and sportsmanship between these top players.
Yeah, and we have seen them battle so many times already this season. We have seen it previous seasons, and we're going to see it in the future. They are both young players and extremely talented. I would maybe say that they are the 2 main threats from Finland if some of them are going to take the world title this year, it will probably be one of these 2.
Definitely some superstars, and they really respect each other, you can tell, and I'm sure they enjoy those tight battles, and they're memories for a lifetime.
Yeah, and once again, I just want to mention Niklas Anttila. he never plays a bad round. It feels like that at least. He's always up there, even when it feels like he's having it. When he's not having his day, he's anyway up there. And
his average rounds are like 10, 20 or something, right? I mean,
so it was definitely not a surprise to see that he finished up on that #1 spot after.
He's so clean and consistent, isn't he? He really is one of the most consistent players you'll ever see, I think, in this game.
Must be so frustrating to have a player like that behind you when you're not having your day. You know that he's not going to make any mistakes.
Yeah, here he is right here.
On the final hole, he probably felt it already here that there's no way he's not going to
This is a ton of pressure on the shot, but look at him. He just looks like he's in his backyard. Just
couldn't care less about what's going on around him.
What a focused individual and what a talent. And puts that right into the basket, and that's for the win right there. Very cool. Getting a big high five there from his bro.
Yeah, we won't see Niklas this weekend, but we will see more of him already at the All-Star event in a few months.
That's going to be great, and we'll also be really rooting for him over at the World Championships, and we're wish him congratulations on his big victory at the Finnish Nationals last weekend. So congratulations and good luck over there in the States.
Took his second Finnish championship title.
Yep, so he's your current European and Finnish champion.
Only one title missing, I guess.
Yeah, get that Worlds, buddy.
Yeah. And some European Pro Tour points he has as well, 275. As you can see here, he could very likely be overtaken by someone like Mikael Häme, also Joonatan Häme. Could climb up there. Samuel Hänninen, I think he might.
He's not able to actually overtake because he will have to drop those 30 points from his lowest finish. So he's just out of reach, but he could get himself into second place if he's able to win the event and the others aren't able to perform up to expectations. But also, he's putting in a great season. He's had some great results. He's going to come up just short of the victory, but he could find himself on the podium for the final tour.
Wouldn't be surprised to see that. As we mentioned earlier, Severi Savaniemi and Jesse Nieminen, potential
those are guys to keep
podium players and even potential champions. Yeah,
but they're gonna need outright victories in order to do that, and that would be just to barely overtake Niklas. So very interesting, exciting to see what's going to happen. We'll be keeping an eye on those guys and everybody's scores, and we'll try to keep you updated best we can as to how it's all going to play out. Make sure you stay with us. And
there are so many stories that we need to follow this week, and so many potential things that might happen or not happen, but we're going to try to keep track of it all. It's going to be very exciting. We are right now waiting to see some footage from
Riku
Vink, the current leader of this event, with a hot round of 12 down.
But first, we're going to do these player profiles, starting with our FPO card, Jenni Karppinen from Joensuu. Been a PDGA member since 2018, at 913 rated, 7 career wins.
Still looking for that first win this year. Maybe this event, it will come.
Could be her time.
Yeah, she has finished second at the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour in Helsinki at Tali this year. And third a few times in Oulu. That's actually her only one.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a really quality player. We're waiting for her big breakthrough, and it could come this weekend, it could come next weekend, it could come basically any time. But
yeah,
really great and fun player to watch. She's a really smart player also.
Yeah, and very skilled, and shows a lot of positive energy and emotion. So really enjoyable to have her on our coverage all weekend long. And if she's able to take a win here, she'll really boost herself up into those standings. She could get herself up on the podium, perhaps, depending on the others.
Yeah, Olivia Kindstedt from Porvoo in Finland, just about 20 kilometers from our studio.
Very, very close to where we are at this moment, indeed. Yeah, she's just under 900 rated, 27 career wins, so she really knows how to get it done.
Oh yeah, she's a very young and exciting player to follow. She hasn't had the best year so far. She was during 2021, she was having a lot of good results. She was just behind the top players in the Finnish tour.
Yep.
This year she hasn't really been able to get those results, but we know what she's capable of, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her getting some great result here this weekend.
Yeah, let's hope it all clicks for her here, and she can perform up to her potential. Silva Saarinen, of course you're familiar with her by now. We've seen her time and time again here on Disc Golf Stream, and she's never disappointed in any form. She's a super solid player, always going for it, and really young still, really huge potential, and she seems to be just steadily moving up.
Reigning European Juniors champion from last year, and she has really taken a big step since then also to prove herself in the Open division. The way she has been playing this year has been looking so promising, and she hasn't really, only at one point I would say, been able to be consistent over 3 rounds, but that was at Tyni where she finished second.
That was a great performance.
Other than that, we see her qualities all the time. A few too many misses here and there to really get the top results, but
she's always right there in the mix. And I think you know, whenever she puts it all together, she's going to be unstoppable.
Very young player, as you said, and also very competitive and someone you can never count out.
And of course, if you haven't seen that ace that she threw in Häme, check that out. That's one of the shots of the year for sure. She just piped it through the gap, and the reaction off the chains and her own reaction was something special. So make sure you check that out. Here we go over to the MPO side. Tuomas Hyytiäinen.
Also playing great at Tyni, second place there, and really nice guy, really some good results coming this year, and exciting to follow him.
Yeah, that's really high quality player to keep your eye on, with a great personality, a lot of charisma, and a lot of talent. Discmania sponsored. He's only played in Tyni and Estonia and put in great performances at both, top 10 finishes. So with only having played 2 events, he's in the top 10 for the overall tour point standings. That's extremely impressive.
Yeah, the way that he played at Tyni was really something spectacular. And as he mentioned then, that he has not been performing super well at the beginning of this season, and he was in the US and didn't really live up to his own expectations, and that Tyni event was really something important for him, for his
I mean, he seems to have some momentum now. He's playing really solid. Here's a guy we really got to keep our eye on this weekend, Joonatan Häme, one of the Häme brothers, sibling rivalry, and both in contention to take down this tour title. 10-11 rated.
Also looking for his first win this season. He has only 5 in his career, but still he's one of the best young players in the world. Watch out for him. He's always up there.
Yeah, and that Estonian Open result was quite disappointing for him, because he actually shot what would have been the second best round that first day, and he received a 2-stroke penalty for misplaying a lie, and then I'm not sure if that affected him or not moving forward, but he wasn't able to finish the event in too fine a fashion, and he wasn't able to score any tour points, but I'm sure he's going to look for some redemption here. Here's his bro, Mikael Häme, another stud from Lahti, 10-21 rated. Only a few wins. Still, he's always right up near the top, but he's looking for a big breakout win to get himself into that victory.
Yeah, he was kind of close actually in Copenhagen, chasing down Daniel Davidsson there on the last day, but he wasn't really able to reach him. He also had a podium finish at the Estonian Open where he finished third.
Super hot round that last day, and he seems to come on strong at the end. Let's see if he can get off to a hot start and keep it going for all 3 rounds. And if he's able to play well, he will be your tour points champion. I'm pretty sure he's the only guy that doesn't really need to worry about what anybody else is doing. He can focus on what he's doing, and if his result is what he needs, then nobody can catch him.
That's right.
So his destiny is in his own hands.
He also mentioned that this course is very well suited for him
I would
his
agree.
style of play. So we might just see him in the top. And another guy who knows this course quite good is Luukas Rokkanen, who is living here in Turku.
Yeah, he said it's like a 4-minute drive from his home.
Probably here quite often.
Yeah,
I would assume.
He definitely likes it, and it sounded like he's got a really exciting game plan. He's got a lot of trick shots planned, and throwing some grenades, some thumbers, some rollers. It's going to be fun to watch. We're super happy to have him.
Yeah, and
also another charismatic player.
That really, similar to Tuomas Hyytiäinen, has had quite a slow season so far. With the exception of the last 2 events. We played really good at the Finnish Nationals last weekend, also played quite good at the Estonian Open 2 weeks ago, so he has some
he's catching his groove
something
now.
going on.
Yeah, for sure. He's got some momentum. Both those players that you mentioned, him and Tuomas, going over to the States and really learning a lot from the experience. It's not easy to compete in a different culture and geography, and especially when there's a depth of field like they have on the Disc Golf Pro Tour over there. So they definitely took some lumps, but I think they're better people for it. They've learned a lot about what it takes to compete at that very top level and how to deal with different conditions in different parts of the world as well.
Coming in with high expectations on yourself, you also want to represent your sponsor. You prove that you're worthy of being on that big stage together with the best players in the world. And you have coming from a long off season where you have practiced a lot and then stepping up there. It's not an easy thing to do.
I think it's a whole other level of pressure.
Yeah,
sure.
And we have to remember that these are all very young players still, even though it feels like they have been around for a long time, but they are still so young. They can be around for 10, 15 years still. So
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that Riku Vink round.
Here it is.
Yeah.
This is a really cool hole, hole 17, a very tight gap, downhill with a sloped hillside, and that's a pretty good tee shot. But yeah, you can get rollaways if you don't match the disc angle, and there is OB over there, but I think he's safe.
I don't think that was Riku.
No, that's not Riku, but this is the card that he was on.
That's right, yeah.
I think we're going to see his whole card finish out hole 17 and 18, which is quite a nice thing to have here. It's a little bonus footage for you all out there.
Yeah, we should say it again that Riku Vink is right now having the hot round, 12 down with a bogey on hole 11.
Bonkers, really, I mean.
And the only one who is even close to that is Nestori Tukkanen, the young Finnish player sponsored by Latitude 64, and he is 9 down
in the
currently
clubhouse.
Second place also with one bogey. But watch out for Riku Vink this year. He's also one of the quite young guys from Finland that
local guy.
Yeah,
from Helsinki here, right?
That's right.
Or Espoo, I'm not sure.
Playing for the Tali club, Talajat, I think. Yeah,
Tallinn Talajat. Yep. Yeah, definitely a familiar face here if you're in the Helsinki area.
And if you've ever been to the local disc shop, Power Grip, you have most likely seen that guy sitting there and
for sure
selling some discs.
So here,
but I haven't been to this course myself. I've seen quite a lot of footage from it, but you were there yesterday?
Yeah, I was there, and I was very pleasantly surprised with what it all entails. It's quite unique, like I explained earlier. Landfill restoration project site. It's only been in the making for 5 years, and it's already feels like it has some really sort of prestige and really championship level quality. So very impressive what they've been able to do. It's taken a ton of hard work and really thoughtful design and some great teamwork to put everything together to make a really awesome track here.
You can see it in these photos, like in the pictures, how beautiful it is. It's so open, and hopefully we will not see too much of the wind, but otherwise we will have a really nice weekend weather-wise.
Yeah, it's going to be lovely. Could be pretty hot and sunny. It looks like pretty breezy today, which can make it a little more difficult. There's Riku.
Sporting some nice colors there. I like it.
Sharp and putting in work.
Yeah, matching his disc with his orange hat and shirt, maybe taking some inspiration from Daniel Davidsson with the hat game.
Looking good and getting the job done today. Some excellent work.
Yeah, I don't think that Riku has been playing that much this year, actually. I'm not sure if he has had some problems with injuries or just not.
Only played a few events.
Yeah, and when he has been playing, it hasn't been any really top results. 20th place in Oulu and 32nd last weekend in Finnish Nationals, but yeah, this is something different.
Yeah.
Hot round for the day to begin. 12 down, Riku Vink. How was the day today with the score, and what about the weather? It's beautiful today.
No joo, aloitin ihan hyvin, että sain 6 birdiä siihen alkuun heti. Sitten vaan totta kai sen itse tiedosti siinä vaiheessa, että on aloittanut 6 birdillä, niin yritti vaan tavallaan miettimään sitä ja heittää hyvin heittoja. Sai ihan hyvin pidettyä kasas. Muutama vähän huono heitto, 1 bogi. Se oli vähän semmonen tyhmä moka itseltä. Siinä tuli huono heitto, siitä tuli bogi. Sain sen jälkeen kun onneksi kasattuu. Ja sitten tuossa pari viimeistä väylää täällä on aika tiukat, että niihin voi ottaa lukuun, mutta yritin vaan silleen, lähdin pelaa paariin, mutta sain niistäkin birdit vielä, niin se oli aika onnistunut.
So he started off with 6 birdies straight in the row through the gates. Then a bit of a slow phase in the middle, 1 bogey in half, but he managed to get a really good finish in the end with 3 birdies. So he's very satisfied with the round. How do you see the upcoming rounds and the hot round for the tournament? Will that hold for that title?
Keli oli aika optimi. Itelle vähän liian kuuma, mutta ei ollut hirveä myrskytuuli. Kyllä mä veikkaan, että sieltä voi tulla niin kuin joku toinen 12 alle tai 13 alle, mutta en mä usko, että mitään niin kuin 14-15 alle kukaan pelaa.
But we'll see you in the lead card for tomorrow.
Hope so.
So I think he thinks that 12 down, maybe 13 down might be possible. The weather was very good today. Not much wind, only small gusts here and there. And we'll most likely see Mr. Vink in the lead card for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Janne Hirsimäki, for that nice interview with Riku Vink.
Yeah, great to hear all that. Must have been a really good day of disc golf for Riku. Looked like he was shooting some fire, hitting the fairway all the time. 100% C1X putting, just getting the job done really out there, and
still kind of calm and collected. He
wasn't showing too much excitement over it all, was he?
That's the Finnish style. That's what we like to see from the Finns when they are shooting well, shooting good scores. Then they are stone-faced and
just all in a day's work.
Yeah,
for a Finnish man.
Watch out for Ville Ahokas, 6 down through 7. Very similar start to Riku Vink there. So
look at that, already in a tie for 4th through only 7 holes.
Yet another player who we had high expectations coming into this season.
Enormous potential, yeah. Proven himself at at several events in the past, and really, quite inconsistent though in a lot of ways.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, he puts in amazing rounds, amazing tournaments, and then other times he sort of fails to show up in a way or to perform up to his standard. And so, looking for that consistency, but looks like he's on a wicked pace at the moment.
He started off this season really good in Copenhagen when he finished 3rd after a playoff.
Won that playoff with a great putt. Remember that? That was a great moment. And a solid player. He was. I think he played really well in Tali as well, if I remember right.
Might be right. Yeah.
And I know he's definitely had some great rounds here and there, and some pretty good finishes as well. But also looking for that kind of really signature win, and definitely have to keep an eye on him here at that pace. He's definitely gunning for it.
Yeah, if you play on this level in Finland and in Europe, the fields are always so tight. There are so many quality players. You cannot afford to have a single slow round. And he has had a few too many. Let's have a look at the flyover here on the hole 1 before we continue to talk about him. Tell us about this hole.
This is a really great starting hole. What a cool hole. There's a little OB here in case if you don't get through the gap all the way and you kick, you can be punished. It's kind of a placement shot where the prime landing zone is right about here where you see those wood chips. Anything further, it's kind of hard to really actually get up there with a clean shot. And then your second shot, you got to get out of this gap and just get as far up as you can. We do have one eagle today from Niklas Manpa, but he was throwing that in from 80 meters. So a birdie's a really good score on this one. 240 meters. Really beautiful starting hole. Really cool to have a par 5 with a lot of technicality. Right out of the gates.
Yeah, very unique hole in the way that you start off with a placement shot and then throw out through a tunnel out in the open and then have a very exposed basket where the wind comes into play. So
yeah, absolutely.
A little bit of everything already here on the hole 1.
Yeah, a ton of good variety on that hole, and in this course in general, you really have to craft quite a lot of different style shots if you want to score well. So it really benefits a balanced player with a lot of different arsenal of weapons. So looks like we're getting ready to do this thing.
Tuomas Hyytiäinen first out. I know that he played well here last year when they played this course in the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour, he was on the lead card after the first day. If I'm not mistaken, it should suit his game quite well.
I know I've seen his face quite a lot in past coverages, and I know we'll see a lot more of it. Very happy to have him on our feature card here today.
He finished 13th here last year, but it was not on the European Pro Tour then, in the Finnish Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. But still, good result, and I would be surprised if we don't see him up in the top 10 this weekend.
So,
what do you think he's throwing?
I think it could be a MD3. Just guessing. But it looks like a control mid-range, just a placement shot. It's a little bit off on the right side. He's going to have a more difficult second shot than you want. You really want to get out here in the open where the wood chips are. Otherwise, you have to really get a lot more creative than you might wish to hit that gap on the second shot.
Mikael Häme right now may be the favorite to take down the first ever European Pro Tour title.
I think he's absolutely the favorite at this point, but it's not a guaranteed. There's so many good players in the field, and he really has to put together 3 solid rounds in order to do just that. That's a pretty troubled spot there. He hit that tree to miss, really. That kind of defines the fairway, and he kicked right, so I don't know. He may still be able to get a birdie, but I think it's going to take some really spectacular shots, and I don't think he was in the OB at least.
Yeah, not ideal start from him. Let's see if his younger brother Joonatan Häme can pull off something better. You really want to be there in the middle of the fairway after the first shot so that you have a straight look at the gap on the second shot.
This is better. He misses that tree, and he moves left enough that he put himself right in the sweet spot.
That as good as it can be, right?
Yep. Perfect start there. I mean, as good as you can get with a normal shot. You could, if there's some kind of forehand roll or trick shots, maybe, or if you get lucky and punch through on the right side and then fade. But that's not the lines that are clean, and it's not really smart play. It's very low percentage chance to get much further, and you don't really need a ton of distance off the tee here. You need position.
Yeah.
And then a big second and third shot.
Luukas Rokkanen was talking about trick shots. Doubt that we will see one already here.
This is just a standard mid-range play, and he's lucky to get around that tree on the backside, so he got
a bit
more
wider
distance
than he wanted, maybe, or what do you think?
Well, that MX-1 is pretty overstable, but he definitely released it slightly late. Yeah, you're right about that. Of course, close-up time from UDisc. This is so much fun. Aninkainen, Frisbee Golf Boy, still here in Turku, right in the center of Turku City almost. Been around since just 2018, one of 11 courses in the city, number 5 city in disc golf. Or for disc golf in Finland. I would put it right up there with anyone. The European Pro Tour Turku Open layout is a par 64, 2,500 meters. Really great starting hole, and a nice big score separating 17 and 18 as well. Is a tight island. About the size of the circle, and downhill.
Downhill, yeah.
A touchy shot.
We got to see the highlights there from Rico Vink's round, and we saw it quickly. The whole 18.
Elevated basket with a slopey green, and it's such a touchy shot, but such a beautiful hole. So downhill, and what a great way to finish. A lot of pressure on that touch. So here's scramble mode for Mikael. He's got that ABR X3 that he's been just carving up fairways time and time again here on Disc Golf
that
Stream.
has been flying beautifully the whole season, and he's just
puts it right there.
Yeah, with an easy flick up on the fairway, placing himself in a okay position. I wonder if it looked like he went to some kind of drop zone. I don't think that.
No, that was the OB stakes. There is a little OB kind of swamp area that's dried out at the moment, but I feel like he was further right from actually being in there because he kicked right. If you'd have kicked down or left, he might have ended up in it.
But there is a Mando here. There is a tree, but he didn't get all the way up.
No, he didn't pass the Mando on his first shot because it kicked right off that early tree.
I don't think we mentioned it. There you see the arrow on the right.
It doesn't come into play a whole lot. It's mostly just to keep people from doing crazy stuff up over the top because there's a walking path there. I think it's mostly for safety. There's not really much space up there to work anyway. Here's a
And comes the first trick shot from Luukas Rokkanen.
Oh, and he gets all the way out from there.
Amazing shot.
Lays it down smooth.
And from there, it might be a look at the birdie with a great third shot.
Oh, yeah. He can get up and down from there for sure. I'd put him about 90 meters or less, maybe. Yeah.
Is he still blind from that spot?
I think
can he see the basket? Or?
I think he can. I think he can. Yeah, it's slightly uphill, but it doesn't really obstruct the view of the green or the basket. Tuomas was actually kind of pretty close to that Mando after all.
Yeah, it was.
But he's
closer than I first thought.
He's on the right side. He has to do a little jump putt out though, and doesn't gain a lot of distance, but gets himself into a pretty good position. And we know he can throw really far, so he might even be able to get himself up somewhere near the green.
Yeah, he's a bomber. I think he's gonna be aggressive on his third shot. He wants to start off with a birdie, and why not?
Yeah.
Joonatan then, what is he throwing here? He's in a prime position, so he could actually almost go for an eagle from that position. We have seen one eagle today from Niklas Manpää.
Yeah, that took a throw in, but I think it is possible to get yourself a putt for eagle if you have two.
Yeah.
Or like if your second shot is just smashed, you know.
Have to see.
Is that
I think it's a fast disc.
Looks like I thought I saw that. Oh, no.
That's a bad kick. Really bad kick. Is it even in bounds?
I didn't see it finish, but high-speed driver thrown with that much force hit the tree.
Yeah, it could be trouble for Joonatan.
Kind of surprised he didn't hit that gap. It's not the tightest gap, but when you're trying to get a lot of power through it, yeah, it's easy to miss, I guess.
Missed opportunity after the perfect tee shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to go, Tuomas here, he needs to go to forehand, so maybe...
I think he kind of overshot the landing zone that he was looking for.
He's not in a good position for a birdie from there. That's still about 60 meters, right?
Yeah. I think he should be able to secure himself a pretty easy par, but we'll see what he elects to do.
It's not the easiest hole.
No, especially as a first hole, you know, it's not like not a very simple, straightforward hole. There's actually quite a lot going on. But then it's quite birdieable as well. I was actually able to put it under the basket for a birdie myself, and that's, I guess,
that's good.
I don't throw that far. So
that's good.
You just need to control your disc, I guess. Is the thing. If you can get about 70 or 80 meters with control, then you'll be fine for a few shots. You know.
And that is a long look at a birdie from Mikael Häme. That was a great shot. Probably wanted a few more meters, a few meters closer to the basket, but I'm sure he's happy with that.
Yeah, he's a really good putter. We'll see what kind of mind state he's in, and if he's able to connect from range to get started here. That'd be quite a boost for his spirit.
It would be great to see. Okay, so he's definitely safe. It didn't kick far, but
he got knocked down by this other side of the fairway trees, and actually provides a fairly open hyzer look if he's able to kind of power it wide.
Kind of weird run up though. Those three.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a really good swing out there, but since it's a hyzer shot, he can go deep. And
it looks like he's executed that really well. If it can just keep moving left. Okay, pretty good.
Hard to get that much distance when he needs to go with that steep hyzer.
Yeah, hard to get it to fly and glide all the way, but he's about 25-30 meters from the basket. Kind of disappointing after that drive, I guess, to be in that position after 3.
Definitely, that second shot was, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he just missed it a little bit, and it didn't get through the gap. But here's Luukas. Beard game is on point, by the way. He's looking good, bright-eyed and bushy bearded. Great to have him here on our feature card. It's gonna be fun to watch.
As you said, he knows this course very well. He lives about 4 or 5 minutes away from the course, so he's here often.
He slept in his own bed last night. He's feeling fresh, I'm sure, and definitely a guy to watch out for. Nice touch hyzer. Looking to get it to scoot right up there, and he comes in a little hot.
Overshooting it, and
he's outside the circle. I guess carried a little further than he was expecting, and it got more ground play than you would expect. I guess it's a pretty fresh cut grass.
It is, and it looked like a high-speed driver. Maybe he should have played something a little bit slower, because I think he has power enough to reach that basket with almost any disc.
Yeah, perhaps you're right.
Yeah.
But we'll see if he can make that comebacker. It's quite uphill, and probably about 15 meters or nearly 50 feet.
So no great results from this card on hole 1, but
yeah, everyone's having some minor struggles. Nothing, no like full-on meltdowns or anything, but not like the clean play that you might expect from some of these top players coming out of the gates. You know,
might be some nerves.
Sure.
They know what kind of chances they have this weekend, and they want to get those price checks and sweet tour points also. So
true, it's definitely a lot at stake. A lot at stake. It's a big event here, coming down to the clutch conclusion of this inaugural season tour, and everyone's looking to stamp their name into history, place as high as they possibly can. So definitely some nerves involved.
Tuomas was able to put his third shot very close, though. Was that his fourth? Fourth, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
so he's gonna get a par from him.
I think most players are probably looking at a par now at this point. But if we can get some big putts, we could have a birdie or two.
This could be. Now this is the fourth for.
Just gonna want to pitch it up or give it a half bid maybe.
Yeah, that's gonna be a par from Joonatan. Bit disappointing after that beautiful tee shot.
Yep. No harm though. Par's not the worst thing. I mean, this hole can, if you go OB or miss the Mando, you can take a pretty big number on this one actually.
Might see a birdie here from just outside circle 1, I think, or is it?
Yep.
Maybe a bit longer than that.
13 meters, I would put him. Maybe a little further. Less than 15 anyway. Just short on that.
He didn't really give it a chance there to go in. I wonder if he was a little bit.
I feel like he wanted it, but maybe his body just wasn't quite loose and ready and able to commit this early on for a big putt like that. But it's gonna close. No stress about the par anyway.
It will come.
Sure.
The most important thing when you start off a round like this is just to avoid the big mistakes, and if you're not feeling it, you will eventually get into your rhythm.
Yeah, you just got to try to find that comfort zone and get in that flow state, and try to start racking up the birdies and avoid the mistakes. And
Luukas here actually closer than Mikael, but from a maybe not as good.
Yeah, he's kind of got that
position,
that low-hanging, those low-hanging tree branches that's obstructing him a little, and he also has the elevation, so unable to give it the height necessary. But he's going to be tapping in for a very easy par to start his round, and it might well be a par frame here.
Yeah, that's all up to Tuomas. If he can just put this in the basket, then we will see a par frame on hole 1. I was hoping to see at least one birdie.
I was thinking we would. Kind of surprised not to, but still early on. Lots of disc golf to be played here this weekend.
And par is definitely nothing to be ashamed of on this hole.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's been averaging at 5.15, so it's a
averaging over par.
Over par, yeah. It's 6th most difficult. So 18% of the field taking birdies or better in case of that eagle. 55% of the field getting the par, and 27% scoring bogeys or worse. So then we get into a really beautiful open part of the course here. Hole 2, it's a 225 meter shot into the open here, but with OB on both sides. Basket moves from left to right at the very end. Playing as the second hardest at 4.53.
Might be the wind that is causing this problem, because it's so wide open. So
yeah, this is an open one, and there's also OB very tight around the basket. And I think the pro play might bring that OB in on the right, because they're trying, like when you try to birdie, you have to get quite a lot of distance off the tee, and it's easy to turn it over or let it fade too much. So I can see quite a lot of OB coming in.
61% OB I saw there in the stats.
Wow.
So that's
that explains it.
That's surprisingly big. That's I wouldn't expect 61% ending up in the out of bounds.
It is a really nicely designed hole in that way that it looks like it's really a lot of space, but it's not as wide as it might seem. It's kind of easier to find the OB than you might think.
I guess it's easy to become a little bit too aggressive. Tuomas making it look easy though. He's right in the middle of the fairway there.
And I bet a lot of that OB is coming on the up shots towards the green. The green is pretty tight, actually, yeah. 13% of the field getting the birdie, so we'll see if we can boost that up a little bit with this
also
feature card.
Looking good.
Yeah, this is fine positions from here. You can.
Yeah, they're not really going for any distance here. They want to be in a safe place to attack on the second shot.
Yeah,
seems like.
Yeah, I think Joonatan has himself a Halo Star Destroyer. Looks like very popular mold and something pretty overstable. Low laser hyzer beam. Pretty good position.
Oh, yeah.
Might have wanted a little more, but I think he's going to be fine with that. Luukas going with the X1 here. 750 plastic. Overstable distance driver from Prodigy. He's going to probably smash on it and watch it move right to left and cinching down on that power grip, putting it wide right and letting that stability do the trick. Prime time. Nice shot there.
That's all you need. Let's see how aggressive they are now. I'm still kind of surprised about that 61% out of bounds. The wind isn't that big of a factor today, and maybe I'm just...
Well, it takes two big power shots, and it's hard to control a disc at that distance, you know, because it's got to be a driver.
That's right, yeah.
Here we are with our FPO tee off.
Jenni Karppinen.
Clean tee shot there.
That's going to be great.
That's perfect. She should be right up there on the fairway.
Playing for Clash Discs, or sponsored by Clash Discs. Olivia Kindstedt, as you can see here, Latitude 64 player. Also sponsored by NBDG, Natural Born Disc Golfer. Ooh, a little bit higher.
I think it's fine, though.
Was a bit worried there.
Yeah, she was definitely testing the ceiling for sure. You're right about that. It looked like it kind of just got under all those branches, but it put her in fine position. She made that corner, and she'll have a straight look up through the gap.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that line, but she knew what she was doing. Silva, Saarinen.
That's even higher. That's going to catch that ceiling and come down into the OB, I think.
Silva, Saarinen, sponsored by XL Discs, Finnish company, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Okay, Luukas Rokkanen with his second shot on hole 2.
Looks like he's taking that same X1. I'm just going to do the same thing he just did and hope it checks up nice on that green. The green's kind of up on a little bit of a small plateau, so it can easily like land up there and skip OB as well. It's kind of hard to stick this green, and it's hard to get yourself up far enough to have a slower disc approach. So it is quite a difficult hole in that sense.
I can see it now from this position that it looks kind of scary.
Yeah, there's OB like if you're going straight towards the basket from this kind of position, you got to carry OB almost the whole way. This is a little bit left, but it's safe, right?
I didn't see actually where it landed. We have to see what flag we get. It's short.
Oh no!
Okay,
he left it short. It was. I thought it was a bit low, so he's gonna lose distance there and a stroke. He's gonna have to throw again from not much further away than he was.
That's right.
Or not much closer. I mean. So.
There is the wind is in the direction from. Yes, they are facing a headwind here.
It doesn't look like it's too much of a factor, but yeah, maybe. Not sure what happened there. Just didn't come out quite right. Might have been a little bit more worried about the OB on the tight right side around the green, and just didn't get the carry all the way over the main OB area. Forehand from here.
That's looking better. That is looking much better. Oh, if that would have just gotten the skip instead of that weird reaction, it would have been up there in the bullseye, I believe.
I think so, but
that
he's
was
still
a great
in circle
shot.
one, I believe. He's going to have probably about an 8-9 meter putt there for a birdie.
That was nice to see. Forehand is definitely a good option here. Tuomas Hyytiäinen.
Looks like he's lining up a big hyzer and going to try to crash in on the green from right to left.
Yep, throwing something very overstable. Might be an FD3 or something. Ooh, almost making it!
Carrying the basket there.
Just outside. Is it that the bullseye line or is it the circle ones?
I think he's inside circle one.
Yeah, okay, so he's from about 5 meters then. That was
6, 7, yeah.
Yeah.
6, yeah.
What a shot.
He almost rang that up would have been a super highlight eagle. I don't think you see eagles on this one very often. Pretty long hole.
Yeah, only one player out of bounds so far. We need this one in as well to lower the percentage.
This is looking pretty good if it's not fading too much off.
I think it is a little bit too high.
Yeah, it's a bit left. Could be some trouble in there. It's quite difficult to find a look, but he's just outside the circle. There you see the circle ring.
Yes, that's right. That's not the best shot from Joonatan.
A little bit too heavy on the hyzer. I think it faded off a little bit.
And Luukas didn't get anything in regard of, when we're talking distance here, he's still so far back. And another scary shot.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult up and down now for a bogey, right?
That's right. With his penalty after that out of bounds, this will be his 4th shot.
Yeah, he's going to really want to put this close. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of stress.
Yeah, he can't afford to be 1 over par after 2 holes, and with guys shooting 12 down today.
And this is sawed off. I'm worried. Oh no.
Oh, that's going to be a big number.
Oh, he's in trouble. I think it crossed in at least, but
we have seen some really big numbers here today. We have 2 who got 8 and 1 guy who got a 7 and a few 6s. But this is going to be up there.
This is going to be a bad hole. Yeah, bad result.
Did he get inbounds at any point? They're walking up there, so he must have.
I feel like
crossed
he did.
inbounds.
I feel like he did up there, like on between those 2 stakes we're seeing right there.
It wasn't with much though.
Yeah. Definitely sawed that off a little. Nervy start. Let's hope he can shake it off and start the birdies rolling soon.
Yeah, I guess he has quite a lot of expectations on himself here, playing on his home course. Yeah, he knows this course so well.
There we saw him just pick up his second shot. It
yeah,
was like
it could have just about been in bounds.
It was centimeters from the line. I mean,
can't afford any mistakes.
Just left it a bit short.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Ville Ahokas 8 down through 10.
Whoa.
Still bogey free. Only 2 pars and 8 birdies.
That's super impressive.
Yeah, Rico Vink probably knew what he was talking about, that it's possible to get to 13, 14 down.
I wouldn't call it an easy course, but these guys are great players, and yeah, if they're feeling it, I guess they can dissect just about any course.
Kind of a birdie look here from Joonatan. He has that very characteristic putting style where I don't know what he's doing.
A lot of pumps.
Yeah. Get it close. Gonna be a safe par from him.
Yeah, hard to give it a really confident bid with those trees, poplars hanging down. And
also want to mention another player, Matias Kanniainen, 5 down through 7.
Another hot start.
Yeah, many of them are just coming out and shredding it from the start, and that's nice to see. Erik Aalto also 4 down through 7.
Okay, we gotta have some hot scores if people can keep the pace up.
Another player we haven't even mentioned yet, who we definitely should mention, is Seppo Paju. He should be one of the favorites here.
Yeah, he's a local guy. He's, born and raised in the Turku area.
3 down through 5.
Sure, he knows this course well. He's performed really well here in the past, right, on the Prodigy Pro Tour. He's been right there. He's won events here. He's had a really exciting playoff. And then another battle with Vaina Mäkelä last year. So definitely one of your top contenders and maybe even a favorite, could you call him?
4 down through 6 now, Seppo Paju.
Ooh, that's a good start.
That's a really good start.
With a bogey.
Yeah, with a bogey here on hole 2.
That's a great pace. He's here to win.
Let's see if we can get one birdie here. We can!
Oh, nice.
So Tuomas here to compete.
Nice.
Yeah. He's a fun guy to watch in many different ways.
Yeah, super skilled player and also possesses a lot of humor and mannerisms that are quite enjoyable too.
I really like the way he's always positive and always a smile on his face. And
yeah. Definitely a bright force in the game. And here's Mikael looking to get himself one of those birds. Oh, yeah. Nicely done.
Mikael following Tuomas with a par and the birdie. Both of them the same score so far. But this will be a
7.
Big wound in his scorecard. A 7 from Luukas.
Yeah,
being out of bounds twice.
Very frustrating triple bogey.
He's gonna have to pick up the pace fast now too.
Yeah, not the kind of course you wanna take any really big numbers on. I mean, you should try to manage it. But yeah, just a couple shots off by a little bit, and numbers start to rack up when there's OB involved.
Yeah, we have seen big numbers from many players on this hole, but let's see if we can make it better on hole 3.
Yeah, hole 3, this one is not too much to it. It's kind of straightforward, it's sort of just a distance required shot. If you can throw 120, 130 meters, you can put yourself up on the green.
That's something that all these players can do.
Yeah, yeah, so this is one you really want to get, and I guess it's averaging 2.81, 12th hardest. I guess there is that OB behind. But otherwise, it's just kind of an open shot.
Yeah, only 9% OB instead of 61, so OB doesn't come into play as much on this hole 3. Not
quite as much.
Hole 2, no. But yeah, 125 meters. That's a distance that all professional players have. But
yeah, but the accuracy at that distance can be an issue.
That's something different. Yeah,
true.
Tuomas usually has a lot of distance and a lot of accuracy, but this is
overturned.
Drifting a little bit too much to the right. And he's in the deep.
Quite far right. I think it's safe, but he's not very close to the basket.
Yeah, not as accurate as I thought he would be.
Well, it looked like he had it on hyzer, but then it kind of like straightened out. I don't know if they were dealing with a headwind or what. Mikael a little bit lower line and
looking better.
Maybe a little bit more stable disc, and that should skip right up to the
almost just slowing down like a.
Well, here it looks like a tailwind, but it's so gusty. It's hard to get a good read, perhaps.
Very strange reaction then on Tuomas's disc.
Yeah.
Joonatan par after 2 holes.
Got himself a Halo Star Destroyer. Seems to be his main weapon of choice off the tee. Very unique kind of run-up, isn't he? Quite bouncy as well, and pretty smooth. It's quite short, though.
Just a little bit shorter than his brother. It's going to be a tricky birdie to get, but definitely possible. What is this? An X? No, this is a...
He was planning to throw a reverb, but I think he might have made an adjustment, because I don't believe that is... Or is it?
It's very hard to see. It's a blue disc, at least.
Yeah. I know he was initially planning to throw a reverb, which is that Kevin Jones signature driver, an overstable distance driver.
The new one from Prodigy, yeah.
Exactly. But Not sure if that's what he's ultimately decided to go with. Could be a
much straighter line. Is this gonna stay in bounds? With a big skip, it could be in danger, but no, it's great actually.
Nice, yeah.
It's great.
Flirting with it over there.
Yeah, I was worried that it could have gotten that big skip, and
if it flare skipped, it probably would have been OB, but it kind of skipped straight, luckily, and he's inside the circle. I think that's a good drive. Best of the bunch there here on hole 3. Seppo, 4 down through 6, up there on your top 10 leaderboard. Jonas Alto in the clubhouse with a 7 down. Ville Ahokas shredding it up right now.
I really like what I'm seeing there.
Wow, that's cool. That's a pace I wasn't quite expecting to see. See if he can keep it going.
Yeah, there are so many players who potentially could take a great. It could take the win even, or the podium finish or whatever this weekend. It's so stacked.
Yeah,
this field. It's
stacked
full
field
with quality players, and
for sure, so many different potential outcomes, and
also such a great opportunities for the players who get their first big international win.
Yep, chance to make a big name for yourself here.
Because with the previous winners like Niklas Anttila, Lauri Lehtinen, and also Knut Valen Håland, also winner on the European Pro Tour. They aren't here.
Yeah.
Only player who has won a European Pro Tour event, Daniel Davidsson, in the field. And he's right now tied for 8.
Tuomas with a long jump putt approach and puts it close for an easy par. Is that right, that Luukas is up next? I feel like Mikael and Joonatan were further back.
That was also my thought.
Could have been an illusion or a camera trick there. Maybe the Häme brothers are closer than we assumed there off the tee.
Could they be inside the circle?
They must be, because Luukas looks like he's on circle's edge, right? Sometimes the camera plays tricks on your sense of distance.
Oh, that would have been so important for him to get a birdie after that 7 on the previous hole.
Yeah, and he caught a lot of chains, but it was a little bit left and didn't settle in the basket. Good effort.
Aren't really going his way so far. Yeah, they are much closer than we thought.
Yeah.
Much closer.
It's the camera angle. Played a little trick on our sense.
But look at the wind.
Yeah, it's not gusting, isn't it?
Yeah, no easy putts here.
Hard to make an adjustment here. Giving it some pretty good spin though, and he hits it on the mark.
Wow, and now he's down under par.
Excellent.
First green number in his scorecard today after 2 pars.
Great birdie to get.
Oh yeah, in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And now his older brother.
Just inside the circle, I believe.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a big surprise to see that they were closer than Luukas. Luukas got more distance on his drive, but
nice touch.
That's looking so easy.
Yeah, the wind kind of died down for a moment, and he just pitched it in there really nice and soft.
Took the opportunity that he was given and just scored a birdie.
So birdies for the Häme brothers, and
most likely par from Tuomas and Luukas.
Yep. 2 birdies, 2 pars, and we'll be moving on to hole 4.
And before that, a quick look at the FPO to see what's going on there. Silva, Saarinen, and Olivia Kindstedt par on hole 1, and then we have Jenni Karppinen with a bogey on hole 1. But
well, that's kind of surprising. I thought Jenni's tee shot was the best of them all.
I thought so too, but
she had struggles, I guess.
Yeah,
finishing the hole, and Silva must have done a great job getting out of there. I think she would have been not OB on that drive like it looked. Nice replay there, slow-mo of Joonatan's outside circle putt. And here we are on hole 4. It's a beauty. You come out here from all these tee pads are really great and everything, and then you want to kind of shape something up here. This kind of big dead tree there on your left that you see. You want to get past that if you can, or at least be away from it, because it can obstruct you a lot. Right side's no good, left side's no good. You really got to be in the middle, and then you'll have yourself an approach. It's only 145 meter par 4, but it's very uphill. You can't really see the elevation here on camera.
Do you think any of these guys has the power to go with a grenade over everything here?
No. It's not.
It's not
so much
possible,
uphill.
yeah.
It's much further than it looks. Yeah. I mean, I guess they could try that, but it wouldn't get them near the basket. It would probably, get them only halfway or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of.
It's a little bit too far.
I'll be interested to see what the pro play is on this one, but I think it's kind of just like a fairway driver or kind of like whatever sort of hyzer flip righty backhand to try to hit the gap and penetrate as far up as you can without moving right or left too much, because there's quite a lot of obstructions. But it'll be interesting to see, I guess.
Mikael Häme 2 down after 3 holes.
That looks like a big germ Thunderbird, perhaps.
Yeah, so a fairway driver, just as you predicted.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the kind of play I was expecting.
Right in the middle of the gap there. That's
Yeah,
a beautiful shot from him.
I think that's
Not going for the distance, but just placing himself.
I think that was a smart play there.
Yeah, most probably, yeah. What is his brother gonna throw then?
It looks like he's going with a slower disc. Or no? Is that a T-bird? Metal flake T-bird maybe. He's changed his mind. He's going with something a little bit. Looks like it might be a little sharper edged. Cool disc. Yeah, nice die job on that.
Oh, that's wide. But
a roller.
Okay, it's going roller. I wasn't
Really
expecting
cool
to see that.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but this does shape up really good for a roller. You could actually get the eagle with the roller on this.
But is it out of bounds?
It might be.
Yeah.
It did move too far left, didn't it?
I'm worried that it might be out of bounds there on the left side. Tuomas also going with a roller. This is looking better though, but there is out of bounds on the right side as well.
He hit that tree, but he's okay.
That's safe
from
though,
there.
yeah.
He's safe, but he's pretty obstructed. It's not that far from the basket. If he's able to reach out, he might be able to get up and down.
And Luukas Rokkanen, now time to collect those birdies with the F5, so a very understable fairway driver.
Yeah, he's laying down a roller here for sure.
Going with the same play as those previous 2 players. See if he can nail this. He needs it.
Yeah, he's had some struggles in the start. Not off to what he wanted to.
Ooh, this needs
nice
to
cut
stand
roll.
up. That's not what he was looking for.
Catches that first tree, but it stays safe.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a
Yeah,
very
he was lucky there.
yeah difficult up and down though.
That could have been really bad.
This whole well, first let's check this replay. This was really nice straight shot, just playing it safe and trying to keep it right in the middle. This one averaging at 3.7 on the day, so it's the 15th most difficult or the 4th easiest.
Ville Ahokas 8 down through 11.
44% of the field able to get the birdie. Haven't seen any eagles yet. I think we might see 1 or 2 by the end of this thing if someone can get the roller down perfectly and make a huge putt.
Seppo Pajo 5 down through 7 with a bogey. Watch out for that guy.
So he's got nothing but birdies in a bog.
Not a single par so far, and he has still quite a few holes to go here. But yeah,
hot streak, 5 in a row.
He's going to be dangerous.
Yeah,
he wants that win on home soil. And he's not only living here; he actually is born and raised in the Turku area.
Yep. Currently in Kaarina, I believe, which is
just outside Turku, right?
Yeah, yes, south suburb, right near the city. Part of the metro area for sure.
Is it possible to reach from here with the forehand, putting a lot of flex on that?
I think so.
Oh yeah, he makes it.
Great shot.
And he might actually get a birdie still.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's about 8 or 9 meters off.
That was a really beautiful flex shot there, yeah.
Smooth looking forehand, yeah. It's quite uphill, so he really had had to get a lot of distance on that, and he did it really well. Look at that. Right there, inside circle 1, 5 or 6 meters from the basket.
Quick look in the FPO, and we see 3 bogeys on hole 2. So all players got bogeys there.
Okay.
All still within 1 stroke. It's gonna be tight. And
Mikael has.
This should be an easy. This should be quite
routine,
an easy up and down, yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about from this position. I shouldn't maybe say that it's easy, but for a player of his caliber, then definitely.
Yeah. Pretty routine flick and puts it right up there just outside the bullseye.
And the wind isn't really a factor here. The flag is very... Is it a little bit more protected, this green maybe?
Yeah, there's a little bit more tall trees surrounding it. And the wind seems to be gusting, so yeah, maybe it's just kind of caught a little lull right here, but this is also, well, you can see some of the leaves are fluttering a bit.
Ville Ahokas down to 9 downs with 12 now. Whew. The birdies just keeps on coming for him. He's tied for second right now with Nestori Tukkanen.
He's on a heater.
And a bit of a problematic stance there from Tuomas. Yeah.
He's got to show a lot of trust and commit to this angle.
That's too tight. That's too tight, right?
Yeah, I think he clipped a branch right out of the hand almost. Just didn't give it the height and width that he would have needed to get up there. So he's going to have to just pitch up for a par, I think, from here. I don't know if that's in his range or...
No, is there anything to worry about behind the basket? Or
not really, but...
He could give it a run at least, but it's still kind of...
Soft bid, maybe.
Yeah.
First up, though, Joonatan. I guess he was safe. But he's going to have to scramble. Oh.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Wow, okay. So he was inbounds and putting it close. That's a birdie look then.
That was a nice shot. He was kind of in a tight spot there, and he looked like he had to... Okay, so it looks like Tuomas just pitched up quick.
Yeah, smart play.
But yeah, it looked like Joonatan had to kind of give it like a bit of a short arm stroke in order to punch through those trees, and he executed the shot very well. Good scramble.
We haven't seen too many bogey-free rounds. The only one in the top 10 is Jasper Heino with 6 down after his round, and yeah, no bogeys from him.
Solid play, keeping a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Not easy to do. On any course, especially with so much OB like this, and there's some tight gaps too. We'll see soon. Big putt here for Joonatan. 7-8 meters. No problem.
Great looking putt, and
right on the money. Perfect pace.
Yeah.
Perfect spot. Drops right in.
He knows he has a chance to take down the European Pro Tour title, and he's playing like he is not thinking about that. He's right in the zone right now. 2 birdies in a row. Even with a mistake from the tee.
Yeah, that was
scramble it. And
excellent correction with his second shot.
Let's hope to see something similar here from Luukas. No,
just a little right.
Yet again, things are not going his way.
He just can't seem to find his rhythm and touch. He's really close, but he's just been off by that hair, you know.
Oh yeah,
this game of inches and centimeters, and he's just a tick or two off on a few different shots, and they've cost him a lot. Let's hope he can find that groove really soon.
Yeah, he's still looking for his first birdie. That's surprising. Very surprising to see. A little bit high from Mikael, but it's safe. It's in, and he has a turkey now. 3 in a row.
Great.
And Tuomas, a little bit slower, only 1 down through 4, but that was a par from him. No big mistakes from him so far. Only one who is really struggling here on this feature card is Luukas Rokkanen with a triple bogey on hole 2.
Yeah, frustrating there. Hole 5 is really demanding a forehand shot or potentially a kind of late turning backhand putter or something for the righty. But I think forehand shapes up really nice. If you can hit through this gap and move left to right. 88 meters, 289 feet, second easiest hole on the course, 2.63 average, 52% of the field collecting the birdie, and 1 ace from Julius Letti.
Wow.
Must have been a cool shot.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that. It seems like it doesn't, as you said, it doesn't shape up too good for the turnover shot. So
No, it's not.
No.
I had a lot of trouble getting that turnover to shape in there. But then I tried a forehand, and that worked. Even with my weak arm forehand, it was able to get there because it's quite downhill.
Okay, so it's actually...
It's a touch shot more than... I think these guys will probably go with an approach forehand, like a, you know, some kind of an overstable putter.
Yeah, 80, what was it, 88 meters or
88,
something?
but it plays like more like 75, I think.
That's no distance at all to worry about. For
More of a touch shot for them.
And that's exactly what he's lining up here.
Got a driver, though.
Some kind of fairway driver, I guess, right? Yeah,
something overstable. Maybe going for a little bit of a lower shot with the skip, maybe, or just a stall, hyzer.
That looks pretty overstable, that disc.
I'm sure it is. Maybe a Firebird or something. Oh yeah, good shape on that, and
can't do it any better.
Perfectly played right there. It's a bullseye hit.
Shouldn't maybe say that because we have an ace. So,
True,
so it's possible to do it better.
But if you play it for the ace and miss, then that's not the perfect shot either. But yeah, of course you can always do it better if you get it in 1. That's a great thing to do. But I think he played that really nicely, and looks like a similar style of a shot for his brother here.
Yeah,
Joonatan.
similar looking disc, and let's see what kind of forehand he has today.
Tight, but good.
A little bit too tight, maybe. Yeah, it caught those branches, but it's close enough so that he...
Yeah.
Around circle's edge, maybe.
Tester.
Yeah.
Tester putt. I think this might be an FD3 from Tuomas.
Yeah, the Disc Mania overstable fairway. That's too
Ooh,
wide.
wide.
That's way too wide.
Oh, there
Get
is
through though, but still didn't get any distance. Up and down for a par shouldn't be any problem. But
yeah, this is one you want to get. Here's the grenade shot that we were hearing. This is cool play. I kind of was wondering if anybody might do something like that on this one.
A little bit surprising when it's such a clear forehand shot.
Sure.
What is he throwing here?
I think this is his X1, that very overstable driver. So he's just going to try to put it high with this funky grenade grip. And
how close can he get this?
Shots are so hard to film.
Oh, okay, it didn't really work for him.
A little bit off on the right side. Yeah, maybe didn't get the angle quite right, but still a chance. It's going to take a long highlight putt to get himself a birdie.
Honestly, to me, that doesn't seem to make any sense, that kind of grenade. But maybe it is different when you have been there on the tee pad. But for me, this seems like the most standard stock forehand shot you can
I feel
get.
like, well, from my point of view, this hole was really demanding a forehand shot.
Okay,
yeah, I think you're right to make that assumption. And of course, there's other options, but they just seem so low percentage compared to the forehand. You know. And I'm by no means a forehand player. I had some health problems and can't really execute that with much comfort. But the turnover just doesn't shape good. Of course, it's doable, but it takes a really precise angle and touch. Yeah, speed control.
Just doesn't have the right shape and turn.
I guess if you're playing it just to get inside the circle, then you can almost throw it straight with just a little bit of drift at the end. But to try to ace it or really park it makes it a very difficult turnover, in my opinion. But if you don't mind a circle's edge putt, I guess you can kind of just drill a putter down the gap and let it sort of slowly drift right. But
yeah, it's time for Luukas now to start to collect those birdies. He is in big need for them. And he didn't really get as close as he wanted, just outside the circle.
Big chance to get some confidence here and steal a stroke back after some serious struggles. Oh, and he catches the rim nubs, and it just
yet again catching metal, but
tad bit
not
right.
staying in.
His putt's been a little bit right. Seems like time and time again so far today.
Putting with a P model US.
Yep. That's the ace line from Prodigy. Not quite as understable as it might sound. I think they're pretty straight, in my opinion. Haven't thrown a lot of them, but seems like a very, very good disc. I really like the P Model S, that's for sure.
Oh, this guy is putting them in the basket, though, every single time.
They're right on the money.
Yeah, and he, just like his brother, just collected the turkey now, 3 birdies in a row.
And Mikael's going to be tapping in for 4 in a row,
That's right. Now he's still at 1 stroke ahead of his brother.
But it looks like that Häme brother sibling rivalry for the Tour Championship is our main storyline at the moment.
Yeah, right now it seems like it. And they are on the same pace as the guys in the top.
True.
So we might see them. We might see them tomorrow as well if they keep on playing like this. But
come on,
Luukas, what is wrong?
Frustrating now. Yeah, he's kind of a little bit out of his element, and let's hope he can just kind of find some comfort and settle into a more comfortable, confident state.
This is not the Luukas Rokkanen we're used to see. We especially how he played last year. He felt like he had something really big going on, but has not really been able to find that same level this year.
Yeah, definitely a super skilled player with a lot of talent and enormous potential, and I'm sure he's going to find his rhythm pretty soon. Hopefully, nice approach there from Silva. She looks like she's in solo first place with a 1+1 total.
Yeah, but it's very tight, just like we expected it to be.
Absolutely.
Still, of course, only after 3 holes, but these are all players that they should be having kind of similar qualities to each other.
Yeah.
You'd probably be able to inspire each other and match each other's game.
It's going to be a great battle. They're all kind of similar rating right there around that 900 mark, and they all have potential to shoot much better than that. You know, they've proven that.
Yeah, and they are all players that are still getting better and better. They are all young.
They're young, and they're on the way up, and really fun to watch. Here we have a long putt from Olivia. Chance here for a highlight, just outside the circle. Oh yeah.
Yeah, gets it.
Great putt there.
A par from Olivia on hole 4.
Really nice stroke on the green there.
Nice putting there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting for Olivia to take that step up and really be a threat in the Open division. She has been just a few strokes behind quite a few times, but not really there yet. Could come at any time.
Yep, gaining valuable experience all the time, and it's probably only a matter of time.
So 3 pars on hole 4. They are all still within 1 stroke. There's Joonatan Häme on hole 6.
Hole 6 is a cool one. It's kind of a blind basket with a very unique late gap that moves from left to right, and it's quite uphill at the very end there as well. So I guess the forehand plays pretty good if you got a big spike hyzer power bomb forehand.
Yeah, we see the forehand here from Tuomas.
Definitely hard to reach this basket. It's averaging right in the middle, 2.87, 10th most difficult.
Whoa, that got a nice lift there also from the wind, and it's going to be close.
Nice.
That's in the circle. Great shot from Tuomas. And now, Luukas, what can you do to turn this around? Can you just forget about these first 5 holes and start over here?
Yeah, he needs to just clear his mind and execute a shot. He's going with that reverb. Very overstable. Kevin Jones signature line.
Is it too tight?
I think it's early.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get around that birch tree that you see there, right in to the right center of your frame.
And here we see a recorded shot from Mikael Häme. After those 4 birdies in a row, he had a box, and that's...
Ooh, nice air bounce.
What a lift he gets there.
I think that's going to work out. Oh, no. No, it didn't.
Ah.
I'm not sure what happened, but not super close to the basket.
Might put
anyway.
a stop to his birdie streak there.
Perhaps. Hard to see where it finished.
4 birdies in a row, 4 down through 5. That's a great pace. Ville Ahkas also great pace, 10 down through 13.
Still bogey free.
Still bogey free, yeah.
Whoa, that's sick, man. That's a hot shooting.
And the guy he was battling with for the 3rd place in Copenhagen, Jonas Alto, 7 down, only 1 bogey. There are some.
Yeah, he's in
there are some big profiles up there.
I think he was on the card with Rico, wasn't he? I thought I saw him.
That might be, yeah.
Pretty sure I saw him. So maybe they were kind of pushing each other.
And Seppo Pajo just got his first par on hole 8.
Okay.
5 down through 8. Should also mention Jesse Nieminen, because he's a contender for the European Pro Tour title.
Got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, 3 down through 7, bogey free.
Decent start. We know he's throughout the season tended to pick up the pace in the
tends to play better and better the
second and third rounds usually, right? So if he can just put in a solid start and then maybe push hard that second and third day, and if he can take the win, there's a chance he could be your Tour points champion. Luukas pitches up. Still feeling some frustration.
Yeah, he doesn't look comfortable today. Right now, I'm sure he would like to do something else than being out here playing disc golf. It's not a nice feeling when you don't feel it and you feel that things aren't going your way.
Yeah, and it can be frustrating when you're not off by much, because it's just that little bit, and you have to wonder why you can't just really dial it in, and the scores can be really pretty ugly when you're just off by a tad bit.
Oh, gave it a great bid there, Mikael. He was actually much closer than I thought he was.
Yeah, just a little bit outside the circle, but unable to connect, and let's see if his brother can draw even.
That's right. He has the chance now to get down to the same 4 under par after this hole, if he can make this putt, and I think I would give him quite a good chance.
The way his putt's been looking so far, I'd give him a really high % chance. He looks really focused,
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing from him so far. Only that unfortunate miss on hole 1, that when he...
Oh, but that one was a little left right out of the... Yeah. Surprising miss there, but...
can't make them all.
Easy par anyway.
No. Now I was going to say it's a bit surprising miss there if you didn't follow us down on hole 1 when he was in prime position after first shot, but still not able to make the birdie. With a miss on his second shot, but otherwise he has been playing great. And yeah, Tuomas also needs to start collecting birdies. Not a slow start, but he's right now 2 down through 6. That's an okay start from Tuomas.
So just 1 birdie here on this one, and pars for the rest of the gang.
Yeah, but no big mistakes. Still 3 players who are bogey free, and that's quite impressive.
See if we can get another highlight putt from Olivia here. Looks like she might have went a little bit long on her drive. Comebacker. Is it for birdie?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, gives it a bid. Had good height, but a little bit left. She might still be out.
Yeah, that was her birdie putt, so she's going to putt from par. 4 par there. Silva, Saarinen also putting for par. No, for birdie. Sorry.
Okay. She's in the circle.
Yeah. Chance for her to extend that one-stroke lead to 2. Wow, that's exactly what she's doing. That's the
great birdie.
Silva Saarinen, and we have seen all season being super aggressive with her putting. And
yeah, super kind of calm and casual about it all.
Yeah, she couldn't care less about any comebackers. She's here to make those putts.
Yeah,
love seeing that kind of. Wow, good putt also there from Olivia. A little bit low, but it stays inside and
good comebacker there. Is this a birdie for Jenni?
This is for par.
Okay. So, great birdie and a lead extension from Silva.
Yes, Silva now on even par. Jenni Karppinen and Olivia Kindstedt on 2 over par. Tied for second.
Back on the tee of hole 7 here. It's a par 4, 4th most difficult, averaging 4.4. Lots of 4s involved. And this might be too far left. Yeah, too early. Not the worst result, but he's going to have to scramble from there. And you really want to get some distance and a little bit left movement, but not that early on this one.
How far up do you think that was?
Hard to say. Maybe like, I don't know, 80 meters, but he's not really in position to attack from there. I think he's going to have to probably play for par, I think, unless he can do some really wild trick shot that I'm not really sure what would do that, but
yeah, he's playing okay so far.
This is a lot better. This is what you need to do. Carry straight and then fade hard. Perfect.
Yeah, lands safe and shouldn't have any problems
see if we can see the
go on
basket
from there.
Here. Yeah, the green's pretty well protected. It's kind of actually a pretty tricky hole. Yeah, 4th most difficult. Only 9% getting the birdie.
Averaging 4.4, so almost
yeah.
half a stroke over par.
Yeah, it's 189 meters, 620 feet, but it's quite uphill, and it has an interesting shape. You have to move a little bit right to left off the tee, but like a late right to left, straight for as long as you can. Oh, that's terrible.
This is not good.
That's way early. Oh, but he gets an amazing kick through it all. What a miracle.
What a reaction there. Yeah, I thought that it's going to be far, far out.
I thought that was a nightmare, but it's actually a pretty decent result. He should be able to get himself a par from there. Birdie's extremely unlikely. But as for that bad of a shank, really decent result. That was so early out of the hand.
Seems to be checking the scores there with the Janne Hirsemäki, who is following this card. We saw him in the interview with Rico Vink.
Yep.
Also a legendary Finnish player. And
and a great personality as well. Really happy to have him following the card around and helping out with those interviews and stuff.
Luukas overshooting just a bit, but I think he's in an okay position.
Yeah, he got past that tree. It's pretty good spot. Of course, he's going to have some issues with the run up and swing there, but here we're going to fly over. You see the fairway, really, really nice green grass in a good shape. You want to start moving right to left up around that kind of little bush that you see, and then if you can punch, the further you can get up the better, because that approach is quite difficult. The basket's, I think, a little bit elevated if I remember right, or at least the green is protected pretty well. It's kind of tight.
It doesn't look easy to get all the way up through that tunnel up to the basket.
Yeah, the upshot, it's very touchy, and it's quite uphill. Even like now, you can see this is quite uphill too.
I can see it, and I can also start to understand why it's averaging half a stroke over par.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Ville Ahokas still on fire. 10 down through 14.
Yeah,
putting for par on hole 15, so maybe not 11 down, but he can definitely match Rico Vink after his round is finished.
Yeah, he's putting in work, man. Great shooting from Ville. This one I'd almost kind of call a bonus birdie, And we have only 5 birdies in the field today, and one of them is our Finnish language commentary team member.
Wow, Toni
Saarinen. Excellent job getting that birdie.
Love when our commentators are playing great.
Yeah, and he banged home a huge circle 2 putt to get it done from 18 meters, so must have been a nice highlight moment, good memory.
I don't think you will see this commentator making any birdies on this hole. I'm talking about the Swedish guy here in the studio.
I had no chance for birdie. I mean, I could do it on my, I don't know, it's some 2 perfect shots, but yeah, very, very low percentage.
We should go there someday and just play it over and over and see how many takes it takes until we get the birdie.
I think if we played it 100 times, like as a doubles team, then maybe we could get it once.
I would be exhausted. I think we could get it 3 times. Yeah.
Anyway, it's a tough one and a great birdie to get. So big shout out to Tony there. And we'll see if we can get any on our feature card. That would be nice to see how they're able to get it done.
Mikael should be the one.
He's in good position.
He's in a very good position. Still looking like a super scary shot. Just needs to get in between those 2 birches and then just continue straight.
Yeah, and then there's this, very well protected green.
Yeah. He's making it look easy.
Perfect.
Wow, Mikael Häme. He wants the European Pro Tour title.
That was excellent.
What a shot. What a highlight.
Oh, wow. That was cool.
Wow. Yeah, you called it.
Yeah,
you did.
He's the only second guy in the field to park the hole for birdie. The other one was Lauri Hämäläinen. So, nice job to him and Mikael for throwing 2 wicked great shots to get up there.
Let's see if his brother can get anywhere close.
He's got a little bit tougher angle, but he got a lot more distance than you would have expected after that shank.
Oh, looking kind of
quite
good
left.
Though. Could also be a birdie, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's almost in the circle. 2 not really great looking shots, but really good results.
UDisc Live saying circle 2.
Okay, that's probably right.
Could actually be in the circle even. I'm not sure.
Pretty lucky.
Yeah. Wow.
So feature card getting some work done here.
That second shot looks so difficult, but not when they're throwing it.
Well, these boys are good. There's a reason why they're right up in the running for a European Pro Tour Championship.
And ranked among the best players in the world.
Yep. And they're the best, if not, or one of the top 2 brother combos, I think, in the world of disc golf. In my opinion, I know there
are those Robinsons.
Yeah. Isaac and Ezra Robinson have been putting in some work, and they're very highly rated as well. But that'd be a great brothers battle, wouldn't it? U.S. versus Finland.
Ulibarri is also kind of good.
Yeah, I don't think I'd put them both quite in. Well,
no, anyway.
They're good.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Just thinking about brothers in disc golf. Luukas, Rokkanen. I'm not sure if he has a brother, but yeah, maybe he would have wished to send someone else out on the course today. Just keeps on going.
He's struggling.
He's going wrong for him.
I hope the script flips soon because he's a really seems like a really great guy, and I'd like to see him perform well up to his potential.
Yeah. Any other brothers? Can you come up with any?
Nothing that comes to mind right off the top of my head, but
give us a shout out in the comments if you can come up with any.
Yeah, please help us out if you're following along with the live stream chat. If you're aware of any really high quality disc golf brother combos, then we'll have to have a brothers battle off someday. Doubles. See who the true best brothers really are.
There are some really good couples in disc golf. That would also be a fun event.
True.
Mixed double event.
That'd be fun too. Yeah. A lot of cool different potential formats for disc golf play.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think would be the best partners?
Just thinking about that, but those
Hot Coco, perhaps.
Yeah. Right now,
Valerie Jenkins and Nate Doss, of course, they're probably the best of all time, and as far as that goes.
Yeah. Now I can't find the names, but those who just went to Dynamic Discs and Mason Ford and
Valerie Manduano.
Manduano could be up there as well.
True, absolutely. Of course, Nico LaCastro and Kat Murch, great players in their own right.
True. Okay, that will still be doable for Tuomas. But the Häme brothers just crushing this, making it look easy.
Getting the job done.
Yeah. Keeps on gaining strokes.
Yeah, and like we said, Mikael, the only one who really controls his own fate here. So if he can just play his own game and position himself up near the top, he will be the champion. Everybody else is going to need to have him underperform in order to take home that title.
Yeah, and he's matching the guys in the top right now with his pace, and he's going to be there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the lead card tomorrow if he keeps on playing like this.
I hope. Yeah, it'd be great to see. Be nice to have that.
Especially now when Ville Ahokas just got his first bogey of the round on hole 15.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, bummer.
Look at this. This is just outside the circle. Joonatan Häme for the birdie.
It's quite remarkable after two really lackluster.
Things are going his way, even if he's a little bit off.
Oh, and he almost gets the birdie.
That wasn't far away.
Comes up a touch short, but he can't be too disappointed after the luck he had from all that tree love. On the first one especially, and the second one seemed like it was quite off as well, but it was so off that it missed the tree lines and came in on the left side. But anyway, he's gonna probably drop another one back to Mikael, and that's kind of the main battle, is those two bros. They're the ones that really have the best chance of.
They are battling on the card, and they're also battling in the whole field in that way. So there are so many battles going on in between them too, right?
For the whole tour championship, exactly.
Tuomas with his first bogey, still under par, but only one under par, is not having the pace he needs to reach a lead card tomorrow. It doesn't look very likely.
Luukas tapping in a par, and Mikael with an absolute park job for birdie. That is
amazing.
Something you don't see a whole lot on this one.
That was the best throw I've seen today so far. His second throw here.
Yeah, that
was huge.
Just nailed the gap with the perfect pace and skipped it right up to the basket. Here we are on hole 16.
Is Ville Ahokas? I think so.
This is a nice hole. Uphill, pretty open, quite wind exposed.
Oh, yeah. I felt like the wind was catching the disc there.
This might be the easiest hole on the course, I'm going to say. From my opinion, it felt like it was one that I would get almost every time.
Yeah.
But then when the wind's up, you never know. And he's got an outside circle putt and not able to get it done.
Okay, so slowing down a little bit. Par on 14, bogey on 15, and yeah. Can tell you that he got a par there on hole 16 after that missed putt.
Well, surprised to see it's not as easy average as I would expect. 2.77, 13th most difficult. I guess it just doesn't feel like there's too many things that can go wrong on that one, but I guess when the wind's up, it's hard to really birdie it.
We forgot one disc golf couple.
Who?
Christine and Silva, of course.
How could we forget them?
How could we? The Europeans.
Yeah, they might be the ones I'd put my money on, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. I would definitely rank them up in the top.
Oh, for sure.
Especially how they have been playing this year.
Yeah.
Here on the European Pro Tour, they have been both performing really great also.
Yeah. I'm sure there's quite a few more out there that we're failing to mention, but
yeah, maybe some that we don't even know of.
Of course, yeah. So if you're aware of really high quality disc golf couples that you want to help educate us about, please mention in the comments.
Make our comment section gossip.
That's what we're going for here on Disc Golf Stream.
We want it all.
We like the drama. Oh, of course, but just having some fun here, but not to distract from all this high quality action on the course here. Some great tee shots.
Yeah, how is this hole averaging? A little bit under par, I think, yeah?
Yeah, this one's a nice one. It's a kind of a sort of a basic style par 4. You just kind of get out this early gap, and it's averaging right in the middle, 3.94, just under par. 9th most difficult, 27% of the field birdie in this one. There is kind of an early gap that you got to hit. It's nothing too tiny, but definitely restricts the airspace for certain style shots, and kind of demands like a bit of a straight, a little bit right to left moving.
There is the OB on the right side.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely want to move right to left.
Shouldn't be coming too much into play, right?
Not unless you, overturn it or if the wind's up a lot and it flips you. Taking that reverb. He really seems to like this distance driver, the Kevin Jones.
That's a great shot.
DJ KJ making those cool disc names and molds, and seems to be very popular with Luukas and many other Prodigy players. Make sure you check those out.
Yeah, many exciting new discs coming out from Prodigy Disc this year.
Yeah, sure.
And also from Discmania, Tuomas Hyytiäinen. Great shot there.
Yeah, those
right
all,
in the
those
middle
all
of the
should be
fairway.
fine. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's not too much to this one. You just want to get out of the gap and put yourself up there somewhere, and then try to dial in your approach for what should be a birdie or one you want to get anyway. Looks like Jenni's in a little bit of a tough place here.
Oh yeah, she is. This is hole 7, as you can see, and
yeah, a little bit wide on that turnover, and she's gonna have to keep scrambling from over there. So
it's still those 2 strokes between Silva, Saarinen, and Jenni Karppinen and Olivia Kindstedt.
Good play though from everybody.
Yeah,
solid. +2's not bad at all. There's a lot of difficulty in the distance and the OB, and some really great hole shapes.
let's have a look and see a little bit further down in the leaderboard. We have any great scores coming. Let's first look at the Joonatan Häme here.
Yeah, second shot here on hole 8. Looks like a pretty good one. Skipping right inside the circle. Nicely done.
Sweet shot from Joonatan. 7 meters from the basket.
Yep.
Yeah, let's have a look. Seppo Paio still playing great. 6 down through 11. Tied for 5th place with Matias Kanjainen, who is also out there playing 6 down through 12. Rasmus Tuominen, 4 down through 10, tied for 10th. Severi Saviniemi, who we shouldn't forget about.
No, we got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
He's one that could still win this.
Got a bogey on the hole 1, but then playing better after that. So 4 down through 11.
Nice work.
Up there in the mix still. There are.
He's a guy from the Turku area as well, so he must be very familiar with this course.
Right.
I think at least he lives there, right? I'm not sure if he grew up there, but.
It says Littoinen.
Yep, that's a Turku suburb.
Yeah.
As well. There's a really great course there designed by Seppo Paio. That's a lot of fun. Really cool wooded lines, Prodigy baskets, and definitely check that out if you're in the Turku area. One of my favorites.
Tuomas got a lot of distance on his first shot and making another great shot here. Making this hole look easy, dissecting it into nice pieces, and now he's getting
I think
birdie
that's,
look.
that's how you do it, really. It's not too much to it, just 2 kind of clean, 90, 100 meter shots, and there you are. A little bit of elevation off the tee. You gotta climb up a little bit, but so maybe you gotta throw a little bit further than it.
And this is the distortion we have seen quite a lot of from.
Yeah, a lot of people using that for the approach disc.
For the approach, we have seen Seppo Paio doing some amazing shots with that this year.
Yeah, he's been money with that, right? And Heinola, he was doing all kinds of tricks, and Tully as well.
Luukas might actually collect his first birdie here.
That's good. That's going to be good for his confidence.
Very important.
If he can turn things on and have a good back 9 and kind of recover and repair some of the damage. Silva gets a good kick there. And gets
that could have been really bad, but she got a good reaction from that tree.
Worked
up in the circle.
Nice one. A little bit of tree love. Never hurt.
Gotta love those trees.
They might love you back.
Yeah, hopefully. For some reason, they haven't really started to like me that much yet, but I'm still hoping for it to happen at one day.
Yeah, I'm still Still waiting for my first tree kick ace. I've seen a few of them. They're pretty entertaining to witness. Kind of like a lot of luck that takes. Pretty good approach there. And now here's Mikael for the birdie putt right on circle's edge. 32 feet, 9.5 meters. Just inside the circle. Big moment here.
Would tie him with Seppo Paju and Jasper Heino if he can make that.
Oh, okay. Just a bit soft.
Surprising miss there, but that slope was maybe scaring him a bit.
Yeah, slightly timid look there, but he caught the cage and it sits right down for an easy par. Chance for his bro to get one back on him. 2 behind currently from him. 3 down.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get one step closer here. Would be surprised to see him miss this. But similar as to his brother, he has that slope to worry about. If he misses the basket, it might continue to fly down.
There it is. He's got his putt back on for him. And
right in the middle.
He's hitting them right on the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Nothing can really go wrong with that kind of a putt. It seems to be perfect kind of pace and angle
exactly
where it's falling in.
Yeah. I was gonna to say that about the pace. It looks so like it's firm enough to go straight to the basket, but not too hard to like risk spit outs and stuff like that.
Exactly. He's got the perfect pace on that putt. Really, really great to see. I like his touch on the green and a nice laser putt there from Tuomas. He's got himself a birdie.
Yeah, played this hole to perfection almost.
Yep.
Really liked what I saw there. And Luukas
with a much needed birdie here. Let's just see if he can calmly set it in the basket. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe that'll kind of boost his spirit a little bit.
I really hope so. He still has the whole back 9 plus hole 9 to work with. So we might still see him climb down to par or even under par with a great back 9. So don't lose your hope on Luukas Rokkanen. Hole 9, yeah.
Yeah, this is a really tough one. Par 3, 89 meters, but it plays more like 110 or more. It's so uphill. And that gap is crazy tight right off the get-go. You got to nail it right through there. I guess it shapes up pretty great for a forehand if you got that power. Otherwise, you can get something to kind of flip up and keep maybe turning gently. Or you can just kind of throw it straight and give yourself a circle 2 putt maybe or something.
To me, this looks like a nice turnover-shaped hole. With a
it's pretty uphill. Yeah, you can like a fairway driver maybe, or
you
or
can
if
rip
you got
up
power
with a
mid or something.
Yeah, slightly understable fairway driver or something should be able to.
Yeah, but that gap is tight, so you got to make sure you hit it. Otherwise, the scrambling can be very difficult. And we're getting a look at our leaderboard. Top 10. Riku, of course, setting the mark in the clubhouse with that sweet 12 down.
Seppo Paju now up to.
He's having a great round. 7 down through 12.
Watch out. We have seen a lot of him here on Disc Golf Stream this year, and now it was a while ago, though, since we saw him.
Yeah. He's performed really well early on in the season. He had a couple podium finishes. He's never far off from the contention. He's such a great skilled player, and when he dials his putt in, then he's almost unbeatable.
Let's see what he can do this week, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him tomorrow on the lead card.
Hope so. That'd be great. He represents Turku and Finland and disc golf in general so well.
Yeah, if there is some player that you think of when you're thinking of Turku and disc golf, it's Seppo Paju, who is like the ambassador of disc golf.
Yeah, and a great role model for all these youngsters and for everybody. Really great player and great personality.
The FPOs had a bit of a struggling there on hole 7. Double bogeys from Silva, Saarinen and Olivia Kindstedt, and a bogey from Jenni Karppinen. So
even with that tree love, she took a double. That's a tough hole, like we said. These guys made it look easy, but they're making that gap look pretty easy too. It felt like it was kind of tight when I was there, but
it's that shot I was talking about.
Yeah, smooth turnover.
Wow, what a nice.
That was amazing.
What a line and what a nice.
He just nailed that.
Nice shot.
But like I said, it is tough. It's averaging 3.19, 5th most difficult, and that's an 89-meter hole. So there is a lot more at play here than you can really tell from what we're seeing. It's like when you get there in person, you realize that it's extremely uphill.
When I was talking about that, it looks like a turnover line. I didn't mean that it looks like an easy turnover.
Right. No, but it does shape up good for a turnover. You're absolutely right about that, but it's definitely not easy. True.
So I was not surprised to see that turnover from Joonatan there.
Turnover does seem to be the play because these guys got good forehands too, don't they?
Yeah.
So they're going with slower discs. They got the power, and they're hitting the gap clean. And that's probably circle 2. You might have wanted a little more height and juice on that, but
It's also a putter. I believe it's a link. I think he's
he seems to be throwing those off the tee a lot.
has that as his
Main throwing putter.
signature disc also.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Make sure you go and support him by getting some of those.
Lux Link from Tuomas Hyytiäinen.
Nice.
And here is Mikael Häme.
Okay,
He's going with the forehand.
He's going forehand. I actually got him confused for Joonatan there for the first time ever. I thought that it was Mikael through the first shot.
Okay.
I don't know why. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention, but
I have done it quite a few times also, so
yeah,
no shame on you for that.
So we'll see how the forehand works out here. That looks great.
You think?
Or is
I
it
think
early?
it's a little bit early, tight, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit early, wasn't it?
It's okay.
It's kind of hard to throw those forehands uphill like that with the hyzer, you know. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think you're right about the turnover, maybe the play.
You can play something more understable and just have a good glide on it.
Yeah, but that's a touchy thing to do. Not everybody's got that, you know. That's a special skill in the game, right? It's hard to kind of trust a flippier disc with a forehand because it's easier to yank it over and
exactly
very touchy.
Not easy to get all that spin on a forehand shot as you need to have it to go straight.
What's happening on the FPO side?
FPO,
well, I guess
still no results from hole 8. But yeah, Silva Saarinen, we didn't mention how the score is. Silva Saarinen 2 over par, Jenni Karppinen 3 over par, and Olivia 4 over
tight
par.
Battle.
Super tight still.
2 strokes between them all.
We have said it quite a few times already, but I think it will be tight all the way till the end. We have some birdie putts here from Silva and Jenni on hole 8. From circle 2 though. Olivia a little bit further off.
Okay. I hope Luukas can hit this from range.
Yeah.
That'll be great if he can get a couple in a row and start calming the nerves down and start to see him more in his element.
Yeah, then he really has something to work with coming to the back 9 with 2 birdies in a row. Oh no.
Just a bit soft with the stepper.
Yeah.
He's kind of baffled a little bit about that. I think he was expecting it to go a little closer to the basket or in.
Oh, but it's so clear that he's not having his day. He's not feeling it today.
Yeah, he's not kind of in the super fine form. But
but if he has his day, all of those misses would have gone in. Like, he's such a quality player.
Exactly. When he can play up to his potential, he's one of the top players in the world.
Yeah,
I think,
he is. His rating has dropped a little bit this season, so he's not right now rated about 995 or something like that. But he has the potential to be up there in the absolute top in the world. So
for sure.
Oh wow! And another one who has
Mikael.
that potential is Mikael Häme. Wow!
Drops in a floater right on the mark. That was a cool highlight.
6 down now through 9.
Yeah, nicely done. He's on a hot pace, and he's giving him disc a kiss, was it?
He's having fun today.
I like his style. He's got a cool smile, and he seems to be a lighthearted player that's probably fun to be on the card with. Never seems to be disgruntled in any manner.
Definitely not.
Tuomas a little shy. The wind seems to be an issue here, I guess, with the putts on the green. That's kind of funny to see Mikael float it so perfectly in the wind that way. I guess he just got the read perfect.
Yeah, and it's not the first time he's making it look so floaty and easy, in the wind. It's
not that common to have that good of a touch in the wind for a putter. A lot of people have to make adjustments and put more spin.
Yeah, that's super impressive to see those. Just like, doesn't look affected at all by the wind.
Joonatan should have an easy birdie here.
Oh yeah,
nicely done.
Still one behind his brother.
They're battling it out.
Both of them in the top 10 already after 9 holes played. We might see a battle also tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Now we're going
first we'll hear from our partners and make sure you support them.
Discs, all named after sound design terms, is a dream come true for me. After all kinds of testing and throwing different molds, I was easily able to come to a decision on what molds that I wanted. So the Reverb for me is a perfect distance driver. It's going to cover almost all of my distance driver needs. I'm just so thankful for Prodigy for believing in me and giving me this opportunity to have a couple amazing discs under my name that I can trust.
For the win. Yes, he gets it in. Wow. So well deserved. Silva Saarinen on hole 7.
Oh my God! What an incredible ace!
Oi, todella kaunis putti Peltoselta.
Cart load, 8 avocado, take 7.
Action. And cut. Perfect. That's a wrap, everyone.
Welcome back, folks. Here we are on the tee of 10. A really cool hole, 101 meters, really tight tunnel shot, a little bit uphill. Forehand.
And if you just if you just started to follow this event now today, we have Mikael Häme on this card, who is battling for the win of the European Pro Tour, and he's playing great so far. We also have his brother Joonatan Häme,
also a potential winner.
Yeah,
if he's able to put together a top 5 or something like that finish, and Mikael fails to perform.
So far it doesn't look like that.
No.
Mikael is looking amazing so far. Luukas Rokkanen here, also
throwing a roller on this one. Cool. Okay, good idea, but
interesting choice.
I don't think he got it down perfect.
He has been struggling. He's the player on this card who's not really playing up to his potential. But he can still make things, turn things around on the back 9, on the final 9 holes this round. Tuomas Hyytiäinen going on the right side. Interesting choice.
That's kind of like an interesting play, because it's sort of a higher percentage off the tee, but then there's a later gap that's hard to kind of get all the way through.
But here we
looks like
see Joonatan.
He was able to punch all the way up through that way, but he skipped long and he hit that spectator.
Yeah,
and it kept him safe. Oh my goodness, that would have been OB.
Are you sure?
What
Did
just
it actually
happened?
Stay safe.
Yeah, that would have been OB, and I think he hit that spectator. Why was that spectator sitting in bounds?
That's very strange.
He should not have been there.
Okay, he was in that case extremely lucky to.
Wow, you don't see that very often.
I would like to see that yet again, because I wasn't prepared to.
I wasn't expecting to see that either. It was kind of a shock.
Wow.
It certainly looked like it was skipping OB. There is OB back there, and that spectator was sitting in bounds and failed to remove himself from the disc's direction, and I think it hit him. It sure looked like it.
It looked like it. I really would like to see it again to see what actually happened there. But as you said, it looks like it hit the spectator sitting in bounds.
And it helped him stay safe. Wow, what a break. I mean, first off, I hope the guy's okay, but second off, please stay out from the.
Yeah, and if you stay around the baskets or even close to the course, make sure that you have your eyes open on
and
what's
be
going
on your feet
Yeah.
so you're able to move. Because I mean,
misreleases happen all the time. You never know where a disc is going to land. So
yeah, tree kicks, skips. You can't, here's that reverb, really great approach disc from Prodigy, Kevin Jones' own creator line or what you call it, but he skips it up right nicely.
Sweet shot from Luukas Rokkanen, and will get a par on hole 10. I don't think he will be able to miss from that.
No, he put himself real close, right in the bullseye, I believe. Should be a tap in, easy par.
And same for Joonatan. No, sorry,
Tuomas.
Tuomas.
Yep.
Oh, interesting things going on here on the
well,
feature card.
always entertaining here on Disc Golf Stream. You just never know what's going to happen.
That's maybe not the thing that we are so happy to see, but
that's that's a new. I think we haven't seen that yet.
No.
Here's a big moment from Mikael. A circle 2 putt. He's already hit a really nice one just on the hole before.
He needs this to stay bogey free. Ooh, that putt is looking great still, but it didn't have enough steam on it to get.
Yeah,
all the way in the bus.
online and good touch, but just came up a bit short.
He's gonna see his first bogey of the round.
Okay,
Dropping down a little bit with that one, and
so there's a chance for Joonatan to gain 2 on him here.
yeah.
And this one's playing as the 7th most difficult, averaging at 3.11. Oh wait, did he?
I'm not sure. He's not marked as out of bounds here.
I think he might have been on the line, but it would have been OB if it didn't hit that spectator.
I'm sure he's making sure not to make any mistakes about those lines now. When he had that mistake with the hazard line in Estonia, where he.
That's right. Yeah.
2 strokes penalty for marking his line in the wrong spot.
I'm sure he's learned a lesson from that, and he has to be more aware and deliberate about the positioning of and the rulings. Wow, sweet putt there.
He gets it in, and still that is marked as a par.
Okay.
So he must have been out of bounds
Okay,
then.
maybe it was OB after all.
Then we should say sorry to that spectator.
Yeah. Sorry, we.
But it definitely looked like that. Yeah.
Sure, but still,
Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, and stay back far enough till you're not in the field of play.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to affect the results of the competition that way because it's not fair for
and
everybody.
Also for your own safety to be make sure that
first thing
don't want to
first.
be hit by a golf disc.
No. That can be life-changing in a very negative way.
Ville Ahokas
finishing off his round there with a nice one.
with a birdie, and he
palm.
also got a birdie on 17.
11 down.
Oh yeah, right behind Riku Vink.
Great job.
What a round.
Solid performance.
It still seems more or less impossible to get a bogey-free round here on this course.
Some really good-looking new graphics we have too.
Yeah.
On the scorecard. I like that style. Thanks to UDisc for providing all those stats and great shooting, Ville. We might see him on our lead card tomorrow. Pretty good chance.
Very likely to see the king of Kippasuo on the lead card in Aninkainen.
Yeah,
second day.
Great to see him performing up to his potential. We know how great of a player he is from past results, and looks like he's turned in a solid scorecard today. 11 down.
There you see it.
With a bogey. Fantastic.
Seppo Paio also up there.
8 down through 14. Cool. Great to see him playing well.
Has a great chance to match those results in the top.
Yeah, and I hope we can get a camera on him for the finishing of his round. He's so exciting to watch, isn't he?
It seems like we will get an interview with Ville Ahokas quite soon.
Excellent.
But we keep staying here with the MPO feature card first.
Yeah, hole 11's a beauty. This is a really, really cool hole. A little bit downhill, Really nice shape. Very clean line fairway. OB on the left. Nice view. Great vantage point.
Doesn't look like Finland. It looks like some more southern country in the European.
This is overturned to the right, though. This is.
It's coming out though.
Oh.
It's coming back.
Okay, pretty lucky.
Nice. Straight through everything, and
still going to be a hard up and down from there.
Yeah, but just to stay in somewhat of an open play. Yeah.
But if you're playing for the birdie here, you need to move a little bit left, but you got to be careful not to go too far left because there's OB. But in order to be lined up with the gap for your approach, you need to be a little bit on the left.
Look what Luukas is doing here.
He's lining down a roller with that F5. Okay, downhill roller. Cool idea. He definitely does have a very cool and unique game plan, as he explained in the press conference. Fun to watch. Let's see if he can get it down smooth here.
Is it a highlight alert here?
Oh, it was a weird reaction when it first
but
hit.
it keeps on going though.
Yeah,
that is not coming back in.
Looked like he hit some kind of like a divot or an uneven thing, and it changed the.
I think it was just a little bit uneven ground there that he hit, and
there was some land bees, or I'm not sure what you call it, those like ground nesting bees that they had to dig up on this hole. I remember seeing a couple of chunks out of the fairway, so that he might have been very unlucky just to hit one of those bee nests that had been removed recently.
Whoa, okay, Tuomas is getting great distance.
That fought all the way through. Yeah, I think he'll have an upshot.
Through everything.
I think he's going to have a pretty clean upshot from there.
Great. And after the first bogey of the day for Mikael Häme, he's the last one to get up on the tee pad.
This one's averaging at 4.43, third most difficult, which I'm a little surprised. I didn't have a lot of problems with it, but I guess there is a lot of danger that can happen. Maybe I was a little bit lucky to stay inbounds and be on that left side, so I had a clean approach. But
so now we're going to hear from Ville Ahokas after that sweet 11 down round.
Excellent. Well, first a little drone flyover. Nope. Here we are.
Ville Ahokas.
Here we are.
11 under today, first round.
Yes.
Only one bogey. Can you tell about the round?
Well, this is my home course, the course I played the most. I had a really good start on the round. Like after 13 holes, I was 10 down, so I was hitting my lines pretty good. I was enjoying the game with good friends of mine, so I'm a little happy.
Was there any specific disc you used mostly on the round?
Definitely Envy sometimes, and my Destroyer was on the line. And that's it. I missed like one putt. That was the bogey I took. I missed like short putt, little bit nervous over there. But it was like, it was good. I think it's my record by 2 shot here.
Well, congratulations and good luck for the rest of the tournament, and I think we see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I think most likely we will see him tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, pretty great chance, and really great interview there. Thanks to Juha for having that nice little conversation with Ville after a really solid round.
And yet another great quality player living in the Turku area. There's quite a few of them, yeah?
I think as far as like cities go, if you were to calculate the highest rated city for players, that Turku would be right up there in the mix, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, and it's a great place for the Finnish players also to move to because it's in the south, it's by the coast. The winter is a little bit shorter than in the northern Finland, so of course the season gets a little bit longer.
But yeah, great weather.
Many quality courses, of course, too.
Yeah. Great courses everywhere. Of course, it's the headquarters of Prodigy Disc Europe, so one of the main manufacturers and one of our main partners as well for everything that we're doing, and so great to be in that area with all those great players. And Turku's also a really nice place to live. It's like you said, a little bit warmer and sunnier than most parts of Finland. There's
a little bit closer to Sweden.
Yeah, easy access to Sweden. There's a bunch of a really incredible archipelago, just like thousands of islands there on the sea. A nice beautiful river runs right through the city. It's a fun place to be.
Also very close to Åland, and that's another disc golf mecca.
Absolutely, the disc golf island, right?
Yeah. There are almost as many courses as islands on that part of Finland that is Swedish speaking.
Yeah, definitely a must-see region for any disc golf lovers. If you're able to plan yourself a holiday, that's a must-see destination. Turku and all the vicinity and Åland, and get over to Järva and Sweden and everything while you're at it.
Roller, forehand roller from Mikael.
Okay. Keep on going. What?
What's going on?
All the way to the circle's edge?
How could the disc roll there?
I don't know.
How is it possible?
That was like borderline miraculous, wasn't it? How it kept rolling through those thick woods with all
don't believe my eyes. Was it some kind of like
I don't know. It was
tiny fairway on that side in the rough?
No, that's just like overgrown rough.
Yeah.
I don't know how that kept moving, but yeah, you could try that maybe 1,000 more times and it wouldn't do it again. But lucky today for him, I guess it's going to give him a chance for a big save there after.
I can't believe my eyes how that.
It looked like a soft roller that was going to die out right away when it hit that first kind of chunk of woods, and it just sort of like kept on going. And then it curled up on the circle's edge.
Feel like my rollers, they are just like dying on hit the grass straw or whatever. That just kept on going through the
fold and collapse at the
thickest forest
blade of grass. Well, that was an impressive roller.
I need to ask him how he's doing that. Another forehand roller from the brother, trying to do something similar then. Rasmus Tuominen. Look at that in the bottom right-hand corner.
Oh, that was pretty good. Hit that gap nice.
Oh, he's coming down
Settling
clean.
in.
Needs to stop though.
I don't know.
I think it's safe, right? I don't think that is out of bounds.
I can't remember how that line shapes. There was a white stick there, but I'm not sure if that was actually part of
I think that's just to mark the tree there.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think it's
the open line was further, yeah.
Yeah, but Rasmus Tuominen, another quality player from Finland, now 8 down through 14, and he has right now the last spot on the lead card if he would stop this round right now. But
yeah, but he's still got some holes to play, right? And him and Seppo are right on a similar pace, right?
There's a battle going on there, but Rasmus doesn't have any bogeys, so he's having that
clean sheet
right now, and yeah, a lot of things can still happen.
This Luukas, yep, gonna have to go down on a knee. Maybe have to get an air bounce too. Very, very technical, difficult shot here. I think what we're seeing with those white stakes and that there is actually casual relief zone for those bees that I was talking about.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to step in that kind of bee nest.
Yeah,
they are horrible. They're the worst things you can get stung from, at least here in Europe. You might have some nasty creatures over on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean.
There's
but
some wicked hornets and stuff that you would never want to get up in your business, and the wasps can be terrible too. Of course, if you're way down south, there's scorpions and everything like that too. But
yeah, we are lucky to not have as many of those. Are they called poisonous or venomous? They're venomous, right?
Venomous, yeah.
Those we have some of course some viper snakes here in Northern Europe, but not that many other scary animals.
Yeah, the ticks, I guess, can be one of the most scary things. Even though they're small, they do carry diseases that are quite serious. And you always want to make sure you check yourself out when you come back from a round in the forest. Haven't been that bad this year, though.
This is a par putt from Joonatan.
Just a tad short of that first bogey.
Yeah, he will also, just like his brother, get his first bogey. His brother got it on the previous hole. And Mikael is gonna putt for a birdie after that. Weird roller. I still can't believe how he got.
Look at how thick those woods are. How could you ever get a roller through it?
Yeah, I still don't believe it. I think there must have been someone there picking up that disc and running with it for a
leprechaun helping out. Yeah, he's
talking about scary or weird animals, creatures. Might have some those fairy tale.
It could be possible. Another floater bid, but it's just a little bit right and high this time.
Clearly a bit of a slowdown for both of the brothers. Both of them tied for 10th right now, but Joonatan will drop with his bogey.
Okay. Still a lot of holes to play, a lot of birdies to get. Nice putt there from Luukas.
That was sweet.
Yeah, and good up and down from where he was. That was a tough position.
Still a bogey though, so he's 4 over par.
Yeah, unfortunately his roller had gone OB, but he finished the hole pretty well.
Yeah, I hope he can take that with him instead of thinking about the roller.
Yeah. Nice putt there from...
And we might see one birdie. Yes, we do, from Tuomas Hyytiäinen.
Nice bird.
3 down. He's... don't count him out. He's not playing his best, but he's far from out of this 3 down. Tied for 21st place right now.
Not too bad.
No? And while we're waiting for the next hole, let's have a look at the FPO field. Silva, Saarinen, and a birdie on hole 9.
That's a tough get.
Yeah, she's separating herself a little bit from the rest of the field. Jenni, Karppinen and Olivia Kindstedt 4 and 5 over par, and Silva only 1.
She's got 3-stroke lead. There we see it. Yep. +1 through 10.
That's really good pace from Silva.
Couple great birdies on her card.
Yeah, 2 birdies. And still very tight though. Still a lot of things that can happen, and still many chances for Jenni, Karppinen and Olivia Kindstedt to get closer to Silva Saarinen.
Yeah.
But yeah, just as we said, we will have a first-time winner on the European Pro Tour in the FPO field.
Here we are, getting to see him tee off on 11. Jenni Karppinen.
Looks like a grace.
Looks like it's a little right, but it's stabling up, so it's going to be quite perfect.
Yeah, she's...
Nice shot. Right there, center fairway.
That's where you want to be.
Yep. Tee shot.
And Olivia also... most likely throwing a latitude disc. I think she has a river as her signature disc, but that is not gonna stay in bounds now. Yeah, like you said, that was the nose angle that was a little bit wrong there. It's not gonna stay straight if you have the angle like that, but usually she has good control of her nose angles, Olivia Kindstedt. Tuomas with a great kick. If that can stop now, it keeps on rolling a bit, but it's, yeah, that was a good reaction anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hole 12 is one of the easier ones. It's downhill. Not too much in the way. It's blind. It's kind of like a touch shot, I guess, for the pros with either a mid or a fairway. And you just kind of want to get it to float down straight and move a little bit right to left at the end. Averaging 2.7, third easiest.
And Mikael Häme needs to put it close if he wants to get up on the lead card, because we have some players in the top now. Still playing great. Seppo Pajo, 9 down through 16 now.
Great. Almost to double digits.
Yeah.
Holes to play.
And we know that those last 2 are very scoreable.
Yep. Yeah, 17 is quite a score separator. It's a tough gap to hit, but Seppo's really good at hitting those gaps.
Joonatan, this is looking good. This is looking very good if that just stops. Now similar
Yep.
Oh, it's good. Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Right inside the circle.
I was worried that it would skip in a little bit
more left, but it kind of got a straight skip.
Yeah.
So worked out pretty good.
What is Luukas throwing here then? Something slower.
It's M4 or no. Maybe MX. Some kind of a mid-range, I think. Anyway.
It flies like a mid-range, and it's a very similar result to Tuomas and Mikael.
Yep. Here's Seppo on that TS17.
Yeah, now we get to see it. What a round he has so far.
It is a tight gap, as you can see, and a lot of very slopey hillside that you have to come in on. So.
Yeah, right now tied for third place with Nestori Tuhkanen.
Oh, that's smooth. Oh, right down the center of the gap, and good distance too.
Nice shot.
He should be able to get up and down for a birdie from there.
Yeah, we might see some double digits after this hole.
Excellent shot from Seppo there.
We shouldn't forget about Rasmus Tuominen, 8 down through 15, so he's 1 hole behind Seppo.
Okay.
Still a tight battle between those two.
Yep.
And then we have, of course, the Häme brothers, who could potentially get on that lead card with a great finish, but they need to
get a lot of birdies still.
Yeah, they do. They have quite a few. They are quite a few strokes behind.
They've been on a pretty good pace, but they've each taken a bogey here or there on the last few holes, so that's kind of slowed their pace a little bit. They need to get back on the birdie train if they want to get on our lead card for tomorrow.
Regardless, they are most likely going to be up in the mix still, even if they are not able to reach the lead card. But they are playing so good, so I would be surprised if they aren't. Both of them are in top 10 after this round.
Certainly.
Right now, Joonatan Häme at 16th place and Mikael Häme at 11th.
Okay.
But yeah, they have many holes to play still.
Yep. Really exciting to see them off to good starts, though, because they're kind of the two guys to really make the biggest moves as far as tour championships go.
That's right. That's one of the biggest stories we have this weekend, to see who will, which one of the brothers will succeed and which one will take the tour title. We have some other ones that could also make it, but
true. But they have the best chance, and Mikael, I think, is the favorite. He's the one that's kind of in best position to get the job done. Great putt there from Tuomas.
Sweet. Don't count him out. He's 4 down now, tied for 16th.
Nicely done there.
Only one bogey. And I'm sure that he has the capacity to score great here on the back nine as well.
For sure. Mikael's going to have to go down on a knee here.
Still close enough. I give him quite a good chance. He has.
Yeah, he's inside the circle at least.
Great spin and.
Yeah, he got good
flow.
Kind of
yeah, exactly.
Pop on that nice touch on his putt.
The wind is picking up just when he's lining up that putt, so takes his time.
Oh, nice putt.
That was like a basketball throw, almost coming from.
Yeah, nice.
Barely touching the chains, but staying in the basket.
Dropping in the hoop. Nicely done. Luukas also has to go down on a knee, a similar distance.
Yeah, they all ended up in that same spot, reaching out to different.
I think a lot of shots do filter down over to that, as the way that the land shapes and.
Yeah, even when Luukas was throwing a mid-range, it still faded out a little bit too much, and his putting is just not working. He has been touching metal on
almost
every single putt, it feels like, but just does not want to go in.
Just not his day.
No. And 4 over par, tied for 61st place. That's so under his standards when he's playing good.
Yeah, pretty disappointing, but still a lot of golf to play. If he can just turn things around, get as many birdies as he can today, and tomorrow's another day. Come out and shoot the hot round and put himself back in contention for a top 10 or 5 position, perhaps. Nice putt from Joonatan.
Joonatan bounced back birdie after bogey on hole 11, 5 down, tied for 13th, and yeah, just 1 behind his brother.
Excellent. Here's Seppo with his upshot on 17. This is a really beautiful green. It kind of drops off pretty quick. You need some nice touch to land it in there. He's got his Otso. That's his own kind of signature, I believe PA1, kind of overstable putter. A little bit right side, but I think it's going to be okay.
Should be good. Yeah.
Should be in the circle.
Yeah, he's doing what he can to reach that lead card.
Here you can see that green. It's quite tight with all the trees, and it drops off. Not easy at all. Is that Seppo? Can't quite see.
No, it's not easy in all the shadows and shades down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who we're seeing, but somebody's coming back up the hill for a putt here. A little bit short.
I don't think that was Seppo, right?
No, I don't think so. But it's hard to tell with the shadows. It's tricky.
Is this Severi Savaniemi?
Even that I cannot quite see so well.
Should
the
be
shadow
on this hole at least. I think it might be him.
That might be. I think that.
He's 6 down through 16, so he's still in the mix, tied for 9th.
Okay. And if that's a birdie putt, that's going to go a long way to help him in his quest for a title.
Oh, yeah. He's still... That was Severi Savaniemi.
Yep.
And with 1 hole to go, he will not be able to reach the lead card, but still a great round.
Here's Seppo.
Yeah, that's right. Here is Seppo.
So, big moment. Trying to get on the lead card. Trying to get the double digits. Inside the circle, slightly obstructed, a little bit uphill. No problem.
And
Great
there we
job.
have it, the 3rd guy with double digits today.
Yeah, local legend, Seppo Paju.
And it gonna most likely give him a lead card spot tomorrow. That birdie is bringing him to 10 down, as we just said. So
let's hope he can finish strong on 18.
He could tie with Ville Ahokas.
Yep, if he can get himself a birdie. It's a touchy shot. It can be a bogey if you miss it. The drop zone doesn't really allow you too much of a chance to run it. It's kind of a birdie or bogey type hole.
If there is one thing that Seppo Paju isn't worried about, it's touchy shots, though. So
he's so good, isn't he? He should be able to just kind of put a nice little soft putter up close to the basket.
Luukas. Rokkanen. On hole 13.
He's got a H1 here. Pretty overstable fairway driver, I believe, from Prodigy.
H stands for hybrid, I believe, yeah.
So it's kind of in between a fairway and distance driver, right?
Around speed 10 or something like that, right?
Exactly.
That was maybe a little bit too much left, as you can see, but it's not too tight there, so maybe he has a chance still.
This is a cool hole. It's a very sloped hillside. You got to like, penetrate up through this gap and move left, but it's against the gravity of the grain of the hill. So you got to kind of keep it low and have a bit of an edge to get it to skip hard right to left. This looks really good.
This looks really good, just as Tuomas did also.
Yep, that'll be fine.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Mikael and Tuomas also there.
Yeah,
good shots.
Nice control of those drives, and they should be in position to get up and down.
And this is hole 18 that we were talking about, the touchy shot that we will soon maybe have a camera to see when Seppo is throwing on.
I hope so. There we see our feature card, scorecard. Luukas struggling. Häme brothers doing well, and Tuomas trying to keep right up with them.
Still also a chance for Rasmus Tuominen to get a spot on the lead card.
Yeah, if he can finish with a couple birdies, he'll be right there in the mix. Severi, if he can get himself a birdie, he'll be most likely on the chase card and still in position for a chance at the title.
Yeah, I don't count him out.
He needs a win, and he needs both the Häme brothers to finish outside of the top 12 in order to get himself a victory at the tour.
Yeah, not easy
likely.
thing, not likely, especially how the way they are playing.
Yeah.
They're playing great, both of the Häme brothers. Maybe not as great as Severi though, so I don't know. It's very tight.
Yeah, and lots more action to come this weekend. if you're not already subscribed to Disc Golf Stream, make sure you do so right now. You can use that coupon code WELCOME and get 50% off your first month. And that's a great value because you're going to get to see the exciting conclusion of the European Pro Tour here this weekend. And then coming up, we have a couple more events on the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. Lots of excitement there.
And then the All-Star event.
Yep.
From the European Pro Tour.
And lots of other exciting exclusive content available. Of course, you can revisit all our previous broadcasts in either Finnish or English. And you can also follow along with Lead Card, which is a disc golf related drama series, like a reality TV type show.
Yeah, when you get to see some of the top players.
Yeah, and get
to talk about their feelings and emotions and games and everything. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty cool. Nice upshot there.
Very nice. Mikael. Barely any mistakes this round. And still quite a few holes to go. 6 down now. He is a few behind the leaders, but he should be able to reach it.
This is a cool looking image here. We got a native Finn in his comfort zone in the forest. All the
a Finn in the forest. That's
all the colors and different variety of life. It's a beautiful country, really. Very nature-oriented culture and absolute wonderful site for disc golf. This is a relatively short par 4 at 163 meters, but it's very technical. Off the tee, you got that slope to contend with and a really tight gap. And then on the upshot, it's very uphill. And also, you have to continue through that gap that you tried to get yourself halfway through on the tee shot. So, really nice hole. Averaging 3.89. Great upshot, yeah.
Look at Tuomas. He
started to turn things on.
Yeah, he's starting to look better and better. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from him now. He's
starting to put the pieces together and score really well.
This is looking like the Tuomas we saw in Atyni.
Yeah, he was playing really superb there and finding his form here.
I almost counted him out a little bit there in the front 9, but he's not making any mistakes. And if he can just get those birdies that he has been quite close to, then he will be up there as well. Right now tied for 17th, but if with a birdie here, he will climb.
Yeah, this one averaging right in the middle. 10th most difficult. Big jump putt here from Joonatan. Looks on point. Just short.
But that's going to be a par for him. So he's not going to climb anywhere after hole 13. And Jenni Karppinen is getting a little bit closer to Silva Saarinen, and now it's only 2 between them.
Okay.
Jenni Karppinen got a birdie on hole 11.
Oh, nice birdie.
Olivia Kindstedt with 2 bogeys on the last 3 holes. She has dropped a few strokes, so she is 3 behind Jenni Karppinen, but it's still kind of tight there.
Good battle.
Yeah.
Battle on the FPO side. We'll keep you in tune with that and probably bring you some images from there shortly.
That was a great putt from Luukas. He wanted to make sure that that's going in the basket and nowhere else, and he really banged it in.
Nicely done. Good to get back on track.
At P Model US.
Easy does it.
Yeah.
Mikael, nicely.
Now 7 under par. Tied for 6th.
Great pace.
Oh yeah.
Doing everything he needs to do to put himself on top of that podium for the
5 holes to go. If he gets those 5 birdies, then he would be tied with Riku, but maybe that's not super likely.
It's possible. He's got the skills.
Yes.
Here we are live on hole 18's tee.
Seppo to potentially tie with Ville Ahokas for 2nd place.
I'm guessing he's taken something like that sort of distortion.
Oh, that looks so easy when he's throwing it.
Yeah, perfect touch, and he's going to have a short putt here.
If there is
okay, it was a replay.
Yeah, if there is someone I would trust with my life on a hole like this, it would be Seppo Pajo.
He's got the touch, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Big putt here. He's got it. Great birdie to finish, and Seppo Paiju 11 down.
Oh yeah, tied with Villahokas.
Putting in work. Great job, Seppo.
Yeah, got the exact same score with 1 bogey, and
look at the skip on that. Wild shot.
Yeah,
cool.
Nice reaction there also from Jenni. She
a little low, but she got a really beautiful skip, and she's in great position there.
Silva, the leader of the FPO field, with some great results already this year, especially Teeny, where she played out of her mind. So good, finishing just behind Heidi Laine.
She's so good at these laser shots. With the
look at that! Look at that!
Flips them up perfect. Oh, bit of a bad kick, but
still nothing to worry about. That was a great shot.
Yeah, she's still in pretty good position there. It would have been nice to get herself a skip. It would have gained her quite a bit more distance, and still great drive anyway.
Olivia usually also good with these straight shots. Is she throwing there? I think it might be a grace. One of the Royal Line discs, at least. I think it. That's a grace
for sure. Nice angle on this. I like this a lot.
Oh, good shot.
Catch a big skip. She'll be way up there.
Oh no, kick. That's so unfortunate because what?
Yeah, it would have been fantastic.
She lost like at least 20 meters on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Would have kept going, but instead it.
Yeah, a bit of an unlucky kick there, but here we get to see a nice grenade. With X1. That might work.
Oh
yeah. A little squirrely in the end of it, but it's going to be an open look from circle 2. Maybe a little bit of a ceiling to deal with that overhanging branch. But this is another hole that really demands a forehand, in my opinion. You got to kind of like a nice low. You can go with a skip forehand or just a stall forehand. It's kind of similar to hole 5 in that regard, but a little bit tighter gap. I guess you could throw a backhand putter if you wanted to give yourself a circle's edge look, but it's hard to really turn the disc too much towards the basket with that low ceiling.
He got the skip there, nice ground play, and he's in the circle. Joonatan Häme.
Yep.
But it's 79 meters, but yeah, that gap is really small.
Circle 2 look anyway for Mikael.
I think we missed the shot from Tuomas. We might get to see a recorded shot. I'm not sure.
The other guy we got to keep our eyes on, Jesse Nieminen, 6 down through 17.
Yeah, he's also up there.
Not too bad. Severi unfortunately took a bogey on the final hole, so he's set himself back a little bit in his quest for the title. But Jesse, if he can get the final hole, he'll be 7 down and somewhere there in the top 10, most likely coming into tomorrow.
You don't want to have a chasing Jesse Nieminen behind you after the first day. Just on the, I think it will be most likely on the 3rd card, but still.
Still, he's putting himself in pretty good position. He really needs a win.
He can play relaxed from there. Just know that he needs to score. He needs to play on his normal level, and if he does that, then he will be up there
for sure. And he can get hot. We know that. If he gets everything clicking, he's a major force and always a contender.
He had some big problems though last weekend at the Finnish Nationals. He didn't score good at all, and he
wasn't his best.
No, not at all.
Event.
Which was kind of surprising. But I don't know what happened there. If it just was not his weekend, or if he was battling with something.
It's a long season. It's kind of hard to keep your body and mind in perfect shape for every event.
All players are going to have at least 1 or 2 of those hiccups here and there.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
Even the absolute best ones. That's
totally true.
It's impossible to perform every single weekend.
Yeah.
Could Luukas get 2 in a row?
Looks like he's stretching to the left side. I thought he was going to go to the right and straddle out, but maybe the ceiling was just too low, and he's found a better line here, and he catches so much change.
And that's like the 77th time he's hitting the chains, and
he's kind of all over it, but just not getting the results that he's wishing for, and it's just being a little bit off and having a little bit of bad luck, I guess. None of those are seeming to want to catch for him.
Almost just outside the circle.
Oh, great.
Ooh, I thought that was going in.
Yeah, I put a cool angle on it. Just came up a bit short.
Oh, he's also a little bit behind. Right now tied for 13th, but still within striking distance.
Joonatan.
Same score, 5 down.
Oh, nubs.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
So this will be a par frame then.
Wow, this is one of the easier holes, I would guess.
Slowing down. We are going to hear from Seppo Paio now after this hole, so that's going to be really exciting to see what he has to say.
Always great to hear from him. This one was averaging 2.81, 13th most difficult, so only 33% of the field birdieing it. I would have thought it would be a little higher, but I guess it's quite technical.
Disappointing, I would say.
Here we go for Seppo.
Papayu, 11 under today, heading tomorrow in the lead card. Tell us about your round.
It was very relaxed, and that's usually how the best scores come up after all. I had a really easy going morning. I was doing some home tasks and didn't really stress about the round, and that was really my goal today, because recently I've been stressing too much about playing, and for today I really wanted to go with a relaxed mindset, and it paid off today.
This course seems to suit you quite well. You always perform good here. Is it the course so well, or is it the home course momentum, or what?
I think it's both of those, and also in a way I guess I don't find all of the holes as difficult as others. For me, they might just be very natural shots, and in that way it makes it easier for me. But I haven't really felt like this course is extremely challenging ever, so it's been easier for me to come up with hot scores.
Okay, good luck for tomorrow and the rest of the tournament, and we see you tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
What a great interview. That was cool to get a little bit insight into the thought process about how he's preparing and his thoughts on the course. Yeah,
I wish I can get that feeling at some point in my my career, has to feel that the course is easy. I still have never felt that, but it's interesting what he said there about that playing relaxed and not really thinking about it.
I think that's the key.
Yeah,
yeah.
I noticed that already at the beginning of the season at the Las Vegas Challenge, where Seppo Paio was playing, and he got on the lead card on the second day, and he was saying that he was coming into that tournament with a mindset that he was on a vacation and just there to have fun, and be on a lead card with that kind of mindset. That seems to be something that works for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I mean, he's had such a long and illustrious career, and he's had a lot of experiences in the game. He's such a master of the art of Frisbee, and I think if he can just kind of be calm and let himself do what he's really capable of doing, then there's really no stopping the guy.
I mean, he has all the shots.
Exactly,
he has all the qualities. It's just about the mental game for a player of his caliber to really make it work, because
and just kind of finding himself in that comfort zone and that zen state, and I think that seems to be the key for him, is just to find a calm, relaxed state of mind, and just execute all the shots that he's really extremely capable of doing.
It'll be fun to see him tomorrow and see if the course feels as easy then as it did today.
Yeah.
Joonatan with a great shot there also, but it will be a tester for a birdie. And here is a recorded shot, I believe, from Tuomas Hyytiäinen, going much straighter. Is it straight enough though? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that'll work.
But yeah, there is not really anyone that could push away Seppo Paio from the lead card, as they said in the interview. So we will see him, we will see Rico Vink, we will most probably see Ville Ahokas and Nestori, I'm not so sure of.
Maybe Mikael might be able to overtake him. But really cool to know that our hometown hero, Seppo Paio, will be on our lead card tomorrow. That's going to be great to have him again.
Always fun to see Seppo Paio play disc golf.
For sure. A total legend of the game.
When he's feeling it like he
Yeah.
Obviously, it's now.
When he gets in the zone, he's top of the charts anywhere in the world.
So Joonatan Häme in the circle, Mikael Häme not really
no, he's just gonna have an
reaching all the way up there, but Tuomas Hyytiäinen is in the circle. Not sure where Luukas Rokkanen ended up. He's also in the circle, so this is the only one from outside the circle.
Nico flicking it up, giving it a run with that AVR X3 first run. And
that is
so money with that, isn't he?
There's something magical about that blue AVR X3.
It's like a basket magnet, isn't it? It just kind of pulls itself towards the pole all the time.
Imagine if he was ever lose that in the water somewhere. Do you think he would?
He might have a backup. But yeah, that's a special one for sure.
We all have those.
I don't think it would ever go off course. It always seems to have it under perfect control. It's like he just, seems to put that thing where he wants it almost every time. This one, 7th most difficult, averaging 3.12, 15% of the field birding it. It's only 100 meters, but it's way uphill. Probably plays like closer to 115. There's a little bit of a gap off the tee. So there's quite a bit of OB. You actually teeing off from the OB area onto it's kind of actually like an island, but it's such a large island that it's kind of hard to miss it unless you miss it on the left side, I guess. But if you like really saw off your drive or something, you can of course be. There we go.
Okay.
Highlight putt from Luukas. Nice stepper.
So he is playing a little bit better on the back nine so far. Maybe not as good as he would need to if he still wants to climb a lot in the leaderboard. But yeah,
great to see him get a little highlight putt there and boost his spirit a little bit.
Exactly. Those are the shots that you need. You need to get those highlight shots to really pump yourself up and get back on track.
Yeah, get your mood in the right place and a little bit of confidence going into the coming holes and into tomorrow. Joonatan for birdie.
There you go. 6 down, Joonatan Häme.
All right. Right in the mix.
Tied for 11th place. And Tuomas now for par. He's 5 down, and if he makes this, he will... Yeah, he will be tied for 15th. Mikael now has only 3 holes to work with to get himself 2 strokes down out to 9 under to reach the lead card, and I'm not even sure if that would be enough.
Nice replay of the stepper here. Nice. Yeah, he might be looking like more like a chase card position for tomorrow.
If he could birdie out, then of course it would be enough, but
it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, he should probably have a lower PDGA number than Nestori, and they only have 1 bogey each, so they are matching their scores if he can get 2 more birdies. Well, we have to wait and see. Let's not go.
This one's very gettable. Hole 16's a par 3, 81 meters uphill. Not too much in the way. Can be windy. It's kind of up on the higher part of the hillside and a little bit exposed. And there you see it. 41% of the field getting the birdie. See if we can boost that up a little bit with the star frame here, maybe.
Some problems for Jenni Karppinen on hole 13. Double bogey there, and she's now 4 behind Silva Saarinen, but...
Okay. Luukas throwing a 400 M1 here. A nice overstable mid-range.
Oh, is that...
It looks real good.
Okay, he got that drift on it, so it's
parked.
It's
puts
perfect.
It right in the bullseye.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew that disc, and he put the perfect pace on it. And
I was worried that it would be a little bit too overstable, but it was a laser beam.
Maybe he's got it beat in a little. He knows how it flies.
Yeah. What a beautiful shot that was.
It was nice. Really clean. Nothing could go wrong, and there was no doubt it was going to be inside the circle, and it ended up right inside the bullseye. So great work there. And
his back nine is something different than his front nine.
Definitely tightening things up. Was having a lot of struggles there in the beginning, but he's starting to find his groove. Joonatan putting it right up inside the circle as well. A little bit more work to do, but that's quite in his range. He's been so good on the green. I don't expect any trouble there. Tuomas.
That's a mid-range. Maybe MD3 or something.
I think so. Probably that glow MD3 maybe. Looks a little short, but gets some good ground play, and he's on the circle's edge.
That's okay, but no.
A little bit nervy putt with the wind, and it's quite
a very exposed basket.
Yeah. I think he would have wanted a little more juice on that, but Mikael, of course, he's going with that. Oh no, wait, that's a different disc. Maybe it's a mid-range.
And yeah, he still has a good chance to reach the lead card, but he needs the birdie out.
Moving left and a little short.
It will be a tester.
Yeah, circle's edge.
His putting has been great though so far, but he would have wanted it to be closer. I'm surprised that we only see one real park job here. It feels like it should be doable for most of these players.
That was kind of my thoughts on this hole when I saw it. I thought, okay, this might be the easiest on the course, but it's playing as the fourth easiest, I guess, 2.79 average.
Is it the exposed basket with the wind that is causing these problems, or?
I guess so. That seems to be the only obstacle to a birdie in my mind. I mean, it's kind of like the gap isn't really an issue. It's pretty open. I mean, you're throwing off. I guess you're throwing from kind of like a little bit of a guarded spot in the woods, so maybe you don't feel the wind, and maybe it's hard to get a perfect read, and then maybe the putt's a little bit hard because it's so open and exposed and windy. But definitely felt like the easiest hole that from my point of view, but I guess it's not really playing as such. One of the easier holes anyway, I guess.
Inside the circle, Mikael. And as I have said now many times already, he needs to birdie out, or at least get 2 of these final 3 holes to get on the lead card tomorrow. We would like to see him there.
Yeah, big moment here. Coming up short, didn't give it quite enough. 32-footer, almost 10 meters, and just didn't get the height on it. Here's Tuomas. He's a couple steps inside the circle. Great putt there.
He's just looking better and better.
Yeah, he's definitely putting it together here.
Super solid play from him. And yeah, only 1 bogey. And no big mistakes. Making the putts, and then he will be up there. He's right now tied for 11th.
Is Joonatan obstructed by that bush?
Seems like it. He
wouldn't have any trouble.
Not too much. No, okay, that's
just a little
not too bad, yeah, but it's
a little bit in his mind, but he's perfect
there you
putt.
Go, Joonatan Häme. Tied with your brother now.
Oh, drawn even.
So he also has a chance for the lead card then.
All right.
Almost counted him out. He got 2 birdies now in a row.
Nice work. Nice, great drive from Luukas. He's really turning things around like I hoped he would.
He's still 1 over par, but tied for 48th place now. That's much better than what he was for a while there.
Yep, making moves. Back up after putting himself down in a bit of a hole from the start, but a few birdies there on the back 9, and is starting to get his head lifted a little higher, and starting to feel a little bit better about today.
And 3 pars on hole 14 for the FPO players. So still 4 between Silva, Saarinen and Jenni Karppinen, and then 2 behind is Olivia Kindstedt.
Battling it out.
Yeah, but look at that. So few bogeys. Even for Luukas Rokkanen, only 3 times has been over par. But still, that triple bogey was of course hurting him a lot. And
yeah, that was quite an unlucky hole for him. He just came came up a little bit short on that approach, and then kind of just sawed off that forehand and missed the comebacker putt. Yeah, it really adds up quick, I guess, if you're just a little bit off and make a few little mistakes.
They're playing great overall, I would say.
Yeah, solid performance from the feature card. Great to see Luukas bouncing back. And here we see Silva on the tee of 15.
Silva in the lead, and
playing really well.
She is playing really well. That lead is actually quite big now. 4 strokes to Jenni.
It's overturned a little bit if it's
coming back though.
Yeah, it's got the right shape to get back, and she's up on the hill. Should be a pretty easy 3, I think. Probably a little bit out of range for the birdie, but knowing her,
she's
never count her out.
She's gonna be aggressive. Yeah,
never count her out. She's got such good control of frisbees, and she's always hunting for those highlights, isn't she?
Very similar, therefore.
Yeah, a little lower, but also overturned slightly. And she's going to have even more distance to the pin, but it's safe. I guess that's the mistake to make here. You don't want to saw it off and then have to lose your stroke and distance if you don't cross in. And even if you do, you don't want that penalty. There's nothing really dangerous on the right side. The left side is the main punishment you can take on this one. So they're making sure to err on the side of caution on the right side and
playing it for par.
Yep, smart play. It's a tough one. It says 100 meters, but it plays like much more. Like I said, you can't quite see the elevation change there, but it is pretty uphill. Now we're gonna get to see
Luukas on hole 17, and this is the hole we saw Seppo Paio throw.
Yeah,
just a few minutes ago.
This is a beautiful hole. Really like this one. They're all great, but this one's very difficult and really great score separator. Like you really got to earn your shots here. Hit the gap clean and
he gets through.
And gets a pretty good reaction too. He's right in the middle.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You can get up and down from there.
He got a little bit lucky, but he has earned that. Yeah, feels like yes.
He got just through that right side. And good result.
So many close and misses, but now he got a good result.
Looks like he's getting some support there. Nice to have somebody on your back.
Joonatan, also a chance to reach the lead card. Cannot afford any mistakes, and this is not a mistake at all. It looks great. If that ground play was just
a little bit of a weird reaction on the ground. I guess hope it didn't cut roll or anything or end up down on the OB left side, but definitely took a weird reaction.
Tuomas with a really solid round, especially the back 9 where he has looked like a world-class player.
Oh, just a little bit too tight on the right side and knocks down. He's probably going to have to settle for par at best there, I guess.
Still within striking distance. Even with a par here.
Mikael going forehand as well.
That didn't look like the best shot. I didn't see where it landed, but
didn't get a great look on the finish either. Yeah. Here we can see it. Over. Hardest hole, 4.6. Yeah, pretty tricky one. 183 meters, tight early gap downhill, sloped hillside, another gap here in the middle. 183 meters or 600 feet. Really beautiful fairway and a really nice green tucked back here on the slope. Well guarded by all these trees. Brought to you by Rami Rent. Great partner.
I think I got kind of tricked about the difficulty on this hole because when you look at the score, the leaderboard, you see a lot of birdies from the top players on this hole. So I was thinking that it's a bit more scoreable than it actually is, but I realize now that it's one of the trickier holes.
Oh yeah, it's
actually the trickiest today.
Most difficult relative to par, and it is not as easy as they've made it look. Tuomas up first after that early tree knocked him down. Didn't get out of the initial gap, and just going to probably want to position himself for an easy approach on his third shot, I'm guessing. I don't think you can really get aggressive from this point on the fairway.
Ill-advised to go crazy from that position. Yeah,
there's nothing really to gain. I don't think you can get all the way to the green anyway, so he's just throwing nice and straight.
He has so much power, though, from a standstill forehand like that. It looks like nothing,
no,
but
pretty wow, geez, he's just outside the circle. Wow.
It didn't look like he went for it, but still somehow he's up there just outside the circle.
He's got great distance with that forehand.
Yeah.
That was smooth.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see that so close, yeah. Let me see. And he could have got even closer if he wouldn't hit that tree. He might have been almost in the circle if he'd got a skip and a roll or something.
What a player. He has
Super
really
skilled, yeah.
found a new level after that teeny competition, the teeny tournament earlier this summer.
Yeah, what a talented player, really finding his form here. A3. Approach disc here. Or Luukas. I think he went D1 off the tee. Very popular distance driver.
I think he has kind of a straight look here, right?
Yeah, I think he's in good position.
Yeah.
This is kind of a routine upshot, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You might want to put a little bit of a flex and try to get it to kind of flatten out so that it lands nice and soft on that green. Looks like he's gone a little bit right, though. I don't think that's what he wanted to do. Maybe he needed a little more Annie on that.
That's not going to be a birdie. Yeah, it looked like the angle came out almost the opposite of what he wanted.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to flex it.
Yeah?
It came out more flat to hyzer, right?
Maybe he wanted a little bit turnover on it. I don't know what he really was going for there.
Maybe just missed the angle a little bit. I think. Oh, well, A3 it should have. I guess it's a little bit kind of neutral type disc. Maybe he thought it would flip a little. Not sure. Doesn't seem like he got the angle right anyway.
Mikael in a good position here.
Yeah, going with the forehand and trying
He's
to
looking
get
great.
A skip. Not sure where it finished, but I think he's going to have a putt. Scary one downhill with a runaway green, but if he's unobstructed, he can give it a chance. He's got that touch for those like longer bids that they never seem to go too far from the basket. You know,
exactly. They come
nice
from above and
safe runs.
Yeah,
they drop down and
land soft every time.
Yeah, he's got good touch on those. Here's Joonatan.
Tied with his brother for 6th place. He needs to beat his brother, though.
But I think he catches an early tree, and I don't know if it got through that or not.
I think that just died.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to settle for par.
And then his chances to get on the lead card will be ruined.
Yeah. But they're in great position for Tour Championship still. They're, they don't have to win the tournament to win the Tour. Especially Mikael.
Just needs to beat his brother, and that's a battle they have had quite a few times.
But they also have to beat Niklas, who has set a mark.
Yeah, they need to.
I think Mikael
finish good. They need to finish high up in the field, but still, it's.
If my math is correct, then like a top 12 finish for Mikael and a top 8 finish for Joonatan would do the trick if the other isn't to score really high and overtake the other brother. So quite a cool storyline that we have.
Yeah, you're starting to lose me on the numbers now. It's so.
Okay, sorry. Maybe.
No. But I love that you're able to keep track of it. But then I also love these kind of battles,
exciting battles.
Oh, and a miss there from
Joonatan. He's going to need a big putt to correct that.
Yeah, that might be his second bogey then.
That was a very unforced error there. Routine upshot, and he just put it too high and right.
Might see a bit of a separation here between the brothers because Mikael is inside the circle.
He's got a birdie putt.
Yeah.
It's a little bit scary, but he's so good at that. those safe bids, and if he's inside the circle, you got to give him a pretty good chance of making those.
Unforced error also from Luukas Rokkanen, but he has a look.
Just puts it close.
That was scary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Joonatan with his bogey, or no, this is for par, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is for par.
Still save his par here.
Yeah,
but he decides not to.
Probably smart. Probably smart if he doesn't feel.
Wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, he's scared, and then you should just play safe. He could have lost many strokes if he would have missed that putt. So.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, it's always hurting to accept the bogey. Okay, his brother is doing the same.
Wow, that I did not expect.
Mm-hmm. Because he was inside the circle.
Surprised, yeah.
And he also lost the chance there for a lead card spot.
It is a scary green, but I mean, they've been putting so well throughout the round that you'd think they would have a pretty good bit of confidence. But maybe they're really acutely aware of the tour point situation, and maybe they're really like not trying to make any big mistakes. And
I think they care more about securing that tour win than getting on the lead card for tomorrow.
I think so.
They are smart players.
I think that's maybe smart plays after all.
I think so too. It's not worth risking anything when you know how much are at stake. But cool, one hole to go, and what a finishing hole!
Such a cool finishing hole. You really got to just get your touch just right. You can see that the circle there is just barely fits inside most parts of the island. A little bit more space on the right short. A tiny little bit of a rail to catch your slide if you want to try to, give it a little bit of a
too much steam. But I guess you just want to get in here as soft as possible.
Yeah, just a nice touch. Yeah. Try to get it to stop somewhere near the basket. Beautiful hole, beautiful finishing hole.
Were you able to stick it there?
Yeah. I guess I threw a lot of shots and most of them were there. It's kind of a really nice finishing hole. I mean, not too difficult, but then when there's pressure and if it's windy, I guess a couple of them that I threw practice shots blew past, but I was sort of trying to test what the ace run would be like. But if you ace run it, you're OB every time.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I don't think we will see any ace runs until potentially final day if there's
totally
someone.
Necessary, yeah. So I guess you just kind of want to crest the hill and let the disc kind of like skip and slide right up to the basket there. Putter is the most effective choice.
Luukas with a birdie here would get down to even par, so that would feel good for him, I guess. A distortion in his hand.
Yep, looks like he's played it perfectly.
Yeah, that's how to play hole 18.
Nice work.
Even an overstable disc like that, he's able to make it land softly. That's
yeah. I think that's a pretty
sign of a great player.
Mm-hmm.
Is that maybe an MD5 or something?
Could be.
Yeah.
The very overstable play is pretty good because it kind of just crashes in.
Ooh,
that one
got lucky there, though.
Yeah. The rail helped him there.
It came in a little bit too hot, and that can happen. And looks like it's very, very fast there on the.
It is. It is. Yeah. You can even skip over that rail if if the disc jumps up a little bit. It's not like a big border fence or anything.
Mikael, after just laying up on the previous hole for a par, would like to finish off with a birdie, and I think he will. And let's see if Joonatan can get a bounce back birdie on hole 18.
Forehand works too, actually. Yeah, I I did test that a little bit, and that was a pretty good way to kind of get the speed control, like just get it kind of spike in a little bit. It doesn't take hardly any power really to flick it down there. Like it's so downhill, you know, the disc will just kind of ride.
Is that overstable enough?
Oh yeah,
it is
perfect.
Great. I think that's the best shot of the.
I think it's a bullseye hit.
Yeah.
Or just outside anyway.
So most likely a bounce back birdie for Joonatan Häme.
Potential star frame if we can get some good putts here from the guys furthest out.
That's right. And if Joonatan can make that, we will have both brothers in the top 10. And that's exactly where we want to have them. We want them to battle all the way through for that.
They need to be
for that tour #1 spot.
Yeah.
We also do have the other players that we mentioned up there fighting for it. We have Severi Savaniemi tied for 11th. We have Jessen Nieminen tied for 6th. Yeah, those are the players we have been talking about.
Yeah, it's exciting. Everybody's still in it to win it.
We have 2 more days to go and a few putts here on hole 18. Mikael first, our big favorite to take down the title.
Yep, this could go a long way to help him do just that. Nice one.
There you go, Mikael Häme.
Finishing with the 8 down.
He will be just outside the lead card tomorrow, tied for 5th. He will play with, let's wait for Joonatan to make his putt to see who he will play with.
It'd be cool if they're on the same card again.
I think it might be possible if Joonatan makes this.
If he's able to get it in.
Yeah.
He's conferring with the card to make sure he's getting his mark right and where he can take his meter in from. I believe the OB line is, that fence. So he's marking himself a few steps in from there. And
also looking at the potential top 10 result after first round, but he needs to make this.
Great.
Yeah, there you go.
We might have a star frame here to finish.
Luukas Rokkanen back to par, so he was able to claw himself back to that par.
That's really impressive.
That's super, yeah, how he really turned it around, because it didn't look that likely. And Joonatan also getting a birdie there. So now I can tell you that we will have a fight between the brothers on the chase card tomorrow.
Great.
Yeah, so we will have a lead card contending of Riku Vink, Seppo Pajo, Ville Ahokas and Nestori Tukkanen. And then we will have a chase card with Mikael Häme, Rasmus Tuominen, Jessen Nieminen and Joonatan Häme. Let's talk more about those in a little while, but you can see the leaderboard there.
Yeah, and great to see Luukas turn things around, getting 4 of the last 6 birdies, showing his class.
Yeah, that's...
he's definitely a super great player, having some struggles in the start and never giving up on it, never giving up on the round. Kept in there, battled strong, ended up back at par.
He was in a really dark place there for a while, but
yeah, found the light.
He showed his class, and here you see 2 guys in the in the headlights. Yeah, thank you for staying with us. We are waiting for the FPO players to arrive to hole 18. We are going to see them finishing their rounds, but yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the players in the top. Riku Vink. He had the hot round when we started this broadcast here today, and he still has the hot round 12 down with 1 bogey on hole 11.
That's smoking.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he had a flaming hot start. He was 6 down through 6, you know, and he just kind of kept it going. That 1 bogey didn't set him back much. Finished with a turkey. Great performance from him.
And he's one of those players who's not like the most active. He
only
has
played a few events. Right?
Yeah, only a few events. I'm not sure why. We are gonna try to figure that out. And yeah, but he's a quality player.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Very talented. 100% C1X. 12 or 13 birdies, right? I mean, what can you say? That's high quality disc golf there.
Yeah, and then we have two very well known players. Seppo Pajo, of course, 1 stroke behind. He is. Everyone who has been following disc golf knows who Seppo Pajo is. He has been a world-class player for at least 10 years. He is
even longer.
Yeah, he's a ambassador for Finnish disc golf. He's ambassador for Prodigy discs, and he is just a magician with a disc in his hand.
Yeah, he's won some big titles and looking to take down a big victory here in his hometown.
Okay, so we get to see a little bit here on hole 17 also.
Okay, great.
Nice to see that. Silva, Saarinen.
Still
with the lead.
Close, yeah. It's a good upshot.
And yeah, on the previous hole, Jenni Karppinen was able to get a birdie, her second birdie. So she is staying close enough for this to be exciting.
Yeah. That upshot's a little off the mark.
Yeah. She is gonna putt for a bogey there in circle 2.
Not an easy bogey either.
Luckily for her, Silva Saarinen is gonna putt for a double bogey in circle 1. So
really? Okay. So
they've had some problems here.
It is a tough hole.
But chance for Olivia to get closer. She is gonna putt for par from circle 2. So yeah, an opportunity for her.
Yeah.
Let's see if she can do something about that.
This camera angle gives you a pretty good idea of what the green is like. It is very steep drop off. And lots of trees everywhere. Really beautiful, but very difficult green.
Yeah, Olivia's par putt is probably not the easiest one from there. There are quite a
it's hard to even
wall of trees. Yeah?
Stance, you know, to start with, and then a line after that. So, yeah, I don't think this is a very makeable putt, really. She's just going to probably want to put it close.
And even just putting it close will most likely
that's difficult.
Gain her some strokes, though.
Oh, right. Yeah, because this is her putting it close for bogey, right?
Yes, because that was her par putt, so she will most likely get a bogey there. And Jenni Karppinen is going to putt for bogey from circle 2. Also down there, it might actually be just inside circle 1, but from a similar position. So she needs to make this to not lose a stroke to Olivia.
She looks focused. She might have a chance here. Looks like she has a clean opening. Punting with that gauntlet. Some great camera work there to see the expressions and focus, but something ultimately got in her way, and
she couldn't find any gap big enough.
Yeah, and I think something clipped her swinging motion with her arm that she wasn't expecting.
So she's gonna now putt for a double bogey.
Nicely done.
Oh yeah. Double bogey from Jenni. Let's see if Silva can get her double bogey.
Looks most likely. She's pretty much right there.
Oh yeah.
Just tapping in. Oh, a little high.
Oh yeah, that was scary for a second.
But it's in, and so yeah, Olivia will take a stroke. Oh no! I spoke too soon. I'm sorry. I thought she was just going to tap that in, but
no,
she kind of rushed it a little bit, looked like, and she's visibly frustrated.
Of course she is when she lost an opportunity like that. Who wouldn't be?
Yeah, bummer. She was only about 4 meters out. And it's a little uphill. I guess you got to give it a little more height, but she looked like she rushed it a little bit. So double bogey frame there. And not really what you want to see, but it is the most difficult hole on the course. And now they can hopefully get a star frame here to finish and get a little bit of that damage back.
That was tough to see.
Yeah.
And she's clearly not satisfied with that.
No, but even the best miss short ones sometimes. You have to always concentrate and aim. You can't take anything for granted in disc golf. It's not going to happen automatically for you. You have to execute.
But yeah, 3 strokes behind Jenni and 6 strokes behind Silva Saarinen. It's still within range for all of them to get up there on the top. Silva Saarinen though, really impressive.
Yeah, solid. Only 3 frames over par there. A couple doubles and a single bogey, but a couple birdies and a really solid score.
It feels like she's getting better and better for every tournament she's playing.
She's gaining really valuable experience with all these battles she's having with some of the best in the world. She hasn't come out on top yet, but I'm sure she will one day. And I don't think that day is too far off in the future because she just seems to steadily improve. And she's got a really great style and attitude to the game.
Yeah, her rating is just skyrocketing. It feels like she's so underrated still. She's right about around 900 right now, but
when she puts in her best rounds, they're up there, you know, 960s, 70s easy. So she's got huge potential, and this looked kind of like a Berg. I don't know.
I think it was.
It's quite a unique shaped disc. It's hard to mistake it for anything else, isn't it?
There's only one of those discs that stayed safe. Just dies. That disc just doesn't glide.
Yeah. Any idea what's thrown here?
No, I could not see it, but it looks like some kind of deep dish putter.
Yeah.
And if that is
stability
stable enough,
fine.
Coming in too fast though.
It's safe.
I don't see it.
It's right there.
Oh, there it is now.
It's safe. It's kind of a long tester putt, but it's inside the circle. 8 or 9 meters to finish with a birdie. The main thing is keeping it safe on this one.
Yeah, I had a feeling that Olivia hasn't had the best year, and when you're looking at her ratings history on the PDGA page, then you can see that her rating has actually dropped quite a bit this year. But I know that she's working very hard, and it's
yeah, that's
another unfortunate miss there from Olivia. It's probably just a matter of time. That can happen to many young players when they're being close to the breakthrough, as she was last year, and now she wants to like cement her position up there. And
yeah, and disc golf is a difficult game to maintain your quality and consistency, and especially when you're playing it at that high professional level where every stroke counts towards your income, and yeah, there's a certain amount of pressure involved, and
I still think that we will see Olivia up there in the top many times.
Oh, absolutely. She's
like
a very young player, right? She's still a teenager, I believe. Really high quality skills, and I think her future is very bright.
Oh yeah, you see how competitive she is. Also, when she's making these misses now, she's boiling inside.
You can tell it matters. Yeah, you can tell it matters to her. So she's gonna be, you know, right there in the future, I'm sure, and do everything she can to improve and learn how to manage courses in these big events and turn in the kind of results that she's capable of.
So she's heading to the drop zone here.
Yeah, very tricky one. You just kind of want to put it close. Can't really give it a bid. I mean, it's going to go OB for sure if you do.
Making it look easy though.
If you don't hit any metal, or I guess if you gave it a really soft run, you could. But it's so risky.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't either. I didn't even practice that shot, but I guess it would be fun to try to make it, I guess. Just to see how likely it is to go OB.
Jenni Karppinen finished 4th in the Finnish Nationals, and she was very happy with that.
That's a good result, for sure. Silva for birdie. Nice putt.
Bang. I missed the sound there, so I was worried for a second if it missed. It didn't look likely.
Yeah, I think we're not getting the audio from the course at the moment, but you can hear our lovely voices.
I can do the sound effects there.
Ching! Good putt there from Olivia to secure the bogey, and Jenni did really well to put that close.
But
Nice finish.
Not the finish that Olivia was hoping for. She had a chance to make a stroke on 17. She lost that chance. And she is losing a stroke on 18 here.
Yeah, she would have wanted to finish a little bit stronger, but hopefully she can come back tomorrow with a fresh mindset and make some moves up towards the top of that leaderboard.
Yeah, she's actually losing 2 strokes because she was outside of the island.
All right, so she's going to be at plus 10 for the round?
Yeah.
8 strokes
That's
behind
right.
the leader.
Yeah, that's right. But it's still, a lot of things can happen. We have seen big numbers here, and we don't know how the wind will be tomorrow. There's, but the way that Silva Saarinen is playing, then we know that when she's having this kind of these scores, then she's very hard to beat.
Yeah, she's doing everything she needs to do to put herself in position for the win. She's got day 1 under her belt, plus 2, and a really solid course management performance. Few nice birdies and a lot of good pars. There's the MPO.
Yeah, let's continue. We were talking through Riku Vink and Seppo Paio. Let's mention Ville Ahokas also. That's one of the young Finnish players who we always have high expectations on. And he has proven himself this year a few times, but we expect maybe a little bit more from him.
We know that he's capable of winning a really big event like this, and definitely showing his worth here, putting himself on that lead card, just 1 stroke behind Riku. Nestori Tukkonen. We've heard his name a few times.
Nestori is also a really exciting young player from Finland. He won the Finnish juniors last year.
Yep.
And he has a nice new sponsorship from Latitude 64. He's really one player to keep your eyes on. He's I just waiting for his breakthrough to come any day soon here.
Yeah, played really well there today, and he'll be on our lead card. Be great to see how he can perform with the cameras. And here we're getting a look at those EPT standings. Of course, the Häme brothers in 3rd and 4th position, respectively, and doing everything they need to do at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight battle between those two, not just for the event, but also for the final tour standing.
Yeah. So if they can both stay in the top 8, then they will finish 1 and 2 in the point standings, and even if Jessi or Severi are able to take down the victory, they'll still be the top 2.
Yeah, and as you can see in the FPO standings, no one will be able to reach Hyytiäinen. She is the European Pro Tour champion for 2022,
and so well deserved.
Oh yeah,
she played so well throughout. She was right there battling in Copenhagen with Rachel. Wasn't able to keep the pace with her, but still finished a solid 2nd. And then she won in Tuni and in the Estonian Open, and in really fine fashion. I mean, in some great battles. She had it go right down to the end there in Tuni with Silva, and then she overtook Katie, right?
I'm super excited to see what Hyytiäinen can do at the World Championships this year. I say watch out for her.
Could be a dark horse.
She definitely could be. She has qualities.
All the skills, yeah. She can throw miles. When her putt's on, it's really good. She's solid with her approach game with that harp and everything. I mean, she's a player to watch out for, even over on that top level in the States at World Championships. So really happy she's making that trip out there, and we're rooting for her and wishing the best for her journey. And here we're seeing tomorrow's schedule.
Yeah, we start tomorrow at
a little earlier,
14:30, and that is Finnish time.
Yep. So that's 6:30 a.m. U.S. Central Time. Make sure you go to the website or download the app and subscribe so you can follow it all along live with us and enjoy it as it happens. Also, tell your friends and anybody who you think might be interested in disc golf or frisbees or sports or human emotions or anything.
Drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, we'll be happy to have you back with us tomorrow. Thanks a lot for being with us today.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Andy, for sitting here with me.
It's been a lot of fun. Having a great time doing this, as always. Anything else we need to say?
I don't think so. Now let's just get ready for day 2 tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to it.
Moving day back here in Aninkainen, Turku. 5th stop on the European Pro Tour. It's going to be exciting. Make sure you get back with us. Thanks a lot for everything. Andrew Gum here.
Victor Tågestad here, signing off.
Thank you.